Welcome to the Medina Valley Broadcast Network. We have live Medina Valley Panther baseball for you today. Starting district action, Medina Valley taking on the Dragons of Southwest. We are in Southwest, just southwest of San Antonio, not too far drive from Medina Valley High School. Again, Panthers taking on the Southwest Dragons. It's the first game of the first round of district play. Medina Valley coming into this game with a 5-5 record, playing even 500 right now, having a very tough schedule as far as non-district goes. They played a lot of tournaments. Again, they're sitting at 5-5. Their last game was, over the weekend against Davenport, where they dropped that game. I believe it was 5-4. And they played some tough teams. They lost one to East Central also. So some pretty good schools that they've been playing to get to this point so far at 5-5. Standing so far for District 28, nobody has played district, or right now they are all starting their district action this week. Win with a really good record right now sits atop of the leaderboard at 11-1. Southside at 9-3, and if you go percentage-wise, McCully would be next at a 3-1-1. Southwest sitting at 8-4-1. Harlandale at 3-2. Medina Valley at 5-5. Floresville at 1-5-1, having a tie. And at the bottom right now is Southwest Legacy at 2-8. Again, that's all non-district play. Medina Valley's starting today, and they'll also have a game on Friday. Panthers taking on McCullum at 1 p.m. 1 p.m. games. We have matinee games this week because of spring break. All teams will be playing at 1. It's good for us to get in and get out, and we'll just enjoy this beautiful weather. It was a nice, crisp 72 degrees as we pulled into the ballpark, and we've got full sunshine here at Southwest. We got a wind coming in blowing across the field from left to right, going from left field to right field. What we'll do now is we'll go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll come back with the lineup for both teams, and we'll have the national anthem, and we'll get ready to start district play. With that, we will take a quick break, and we'll come back to you after these messages.
Call State Farm agent Hazel Russell in Castroville at 830-931-3441.
Nobody can design, create, or maintain your lawn better than 3D Landscaping and Irrigation. With over 17 years of experience, owner Ray Doyen and his crew take pride in their craftsmanship and service. They're fully insured, offer free estimates and multiple references, so you know you're getting the best. 3D does landscaping, lawn maintenance, irrigation, tree installation, lighting, and more. Whether it's residential or commercial, 3D Landscaping and Irrigation has you covered. Give 3D a call at 830-985-9115 or find us online at threedlandscaping.com.
The Medina Valley Sports Boosters are proud to support the Medina Valley Panthers. The Boosters are always looking for volunteers and new members. The MVP Boosters raise funds to support the MVISD sports and scholarship programs. Get your Panther swag at the football store located next to the concession stand. We have several items on sale. Join, volunteer, or purchase your Panther swag today at mvpboosters.com.
Welcome back to Medina Valley Panther Baseball. We're back at Southwest Stadium. Panthers taking on the Southwest Dragons. Press box announcer going over the lineups for both teams, and we'll kind of do the same thing. We'll start with the visiting team, starting lineups for the Panthers. Number 2, Bobby Peterson will be playing center field. Number 3, Thomas Pardo will be playing shortstop. Number 10, Whit Joyce will be batting third, playing catcher. And at third base, number 4 would be Aaron Toundry. At second base, number 14, Tanner Garst. At first base, number 21, Jake Herb. Out in the left field is number 6, Manny Ramirez. DHing for the Panthers today is number 22, Connor Dillard. He'll be DHing for the right fielder, Gavin Kanak. And on the mound for the Panthers, the pitcher will be Javi Gonzalez. He'll be number 8, and he'll be starting this game for the Panthers on the mound. And now we'll go to the home team, the Southwest Dragons. Number 5, the pitcher, J.P. Zuniga Rodriguez. Number 3, third base, Nate Gomez. Batting third at DH is number 9, Adrian Castillo. Number 4, he'll be taking the place, so he'll be batting for the center fielder, number 4, I guess it's Jathan Razzo. At first base is number 24, Troy Bowers. Number 11 will be catching, that's Elijah McCully. At second base will be number 22, Romeo Castillo. In right field will be number 10, Nathan Filon. At shortstop will be number 2, Trey Cano. And batting ninth out in left field is number 8, J.J. Gonzalez. And that's how we will start this game. Panthers coming in. And what we'll take another quick break while we do the national anthems, and we'll come right back out to get this game started. Panther Baseball will return after these messages.
The Medina Valley Sports Boosters are proud to support the Medina Valley Panthers. The Boosters are always looking for volunteers and new members. The MVP Boosters raise funds to support the MVISD sports and scholarship swag at the football.
Silverado posted at $39.99, or get $17,000 off the all-electric Volt. Experience Chevrolet, the North Parkway, 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville, or at ntchevy.com.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Welcome back to Panther Baseball. Before we get started, I'd like to give a little shout out to our title sponsors, North Park Chevrolet and Medina Electric. North Park Chevrolet car repairs and truck service near San Antonio and Castroville. Your Castroville Chevrolet dealership for all your sales, service, and parts needed. And also like to thank Medina Electric out of Hondo, Texas. We exceed member expectations in everything we do. Those are our title sponsors, and you'll also hear from other sponsors during our commercial breaks. And I'd like to thank them all for sponsoring Panther Baseball and all Panther sports throughout the year. By the way, I am Dwayne Garza. Jared Lucky is not here today. He is actually working today. I will be doing the play-by-play calling, and I'd like to welcome Garrison Garza into the press box. He's going to be helping us. He's taking a little break from school out at Texas Tech. He's going to help us out to call this first district game. Garrison, thanks for coming out today and helping us out. I know Jared and Maury are real busy working.
I'm glad to be out here, too. It's fun to be back. I haven't called the game in a while, and I'm glad to be back for sure.
Well, you were one of the original broadcasters when we opened this thing up. I think you were a sophomore. in high school when you actually came on behind the mic and helped us out when we were in a bind, and you're doing it again, and you've helped us a little bit throughout the years so far, and I think this is what your third or fourth year actually behind the mic for us. So you're one of the original Medina Valley Broadcast Network broadcasters, and welcome to the game.
I remember back my first game, I watched Tristan Stivers play against Victoria, and right now he's dicing up the UT Longhorns of Texas State. So yeah, I've been here for a while.
If you look anywhere on college baseball, you'll see Tristan Stivers out there, and I'm sure Jeff Stivers is a proud dad right now. He's lighting it up right now in the NCAA. Right now, giving him heck. He just took down the Longhorns, #1 ranked in the country. He's doing a great job, and hopefully he continues doing so, and we'll keep an eye out for him. And congratulations to Jeff and Tristan so far in a great season. We'll get things started here. We'll start it with the visiting Panthers. At the plate is number 2, Bobby Peterson.
Bobby Peterson's definitely one of the players I'm really familiar with. He's a great leadoff hitter. He's probably the fastest on the team, and he's a good contact hitter. You know, that's why he's leading off first for us today.
He does a good job of the plate. Like you say, he's a good contact hitter. He has always has had a high batting average, puts the ball in play, and makes the defense work to get them out. First pitch to Peterson is going to be a breaking pitch, and it's going to go outside. On the mound again is J.P. Zuniga Rodriguez for the Dragons. Peterson gets in the batter's box. Pitch on the way. Fouls it off the tip of the bat, and it goes foul towards the Dragon dugout. And that'll even up the count at 1-1.
I believe that first pitch was a strike, so I think it may be 0-2. I think he called that first pitch a strike. It's a little high and outside.
He did. Did he call that a strike? Let's see. Let's see if he puts. We're going to need a little help from the umpire and let us know. It is 1-1.
Okay.
So it's a 1-1 count on Peterson. Zuniga Rodriguez is going to be pitching from the windup. Next pitch is on the way, and it's going to be a called strike. Good pitch on the high outside corner. Peterson could do nothing but just look at that ball.
He put that ball in the same place in the high outside corner every single time.
I would expect a breaking pitch here and see if you can catch him off guard here. Oh, and that just misses the outside corner. Good eye by Peterson watching that outside pitch get away from the plate there.
Good idea as a leadoff batter. Be really disciplined at the plate. Your job is to get on base as much as you can, whether that's getting a base hit or a walk or anything in between.
Count is full on Peterson. Zuniga back in the windup. The pitch is a breaking pitch. Peterson just throws the bat out there to make contact with it, and he pops it up. The little line drive pop up to the shortstop for out #1. And like he's supposed to do, he gets the bat on the ball, makes the defense work, and he'll be out #1 with that little line out to shortstop.
Really was a good job by the batter. You know, he has 2 strikes on him, just tried to put the ball in play. Unfortunately, just went right to the shortstop.
So 1 out now. Thomas Pardo will step in, swings at the first pitch, and it's right back to the pitcher. The pitcher drops it, gets the ball back, throws it over to first base, and gets him just in time. So 1 pitch to Pardo, and it's out #2 for the Panthers.
That's a really good job by the pitcher. The ball hit his glove, dropped out, mishandled it a bit, but he stayed calm, collected himself, got the ball at first base just in time for the out for 2 outs.
Hard hit by Pardo, but right back to the pitcher. So that'll bring up the #3 batter for the Panthers, and that's going to be the catcher, #10, Whit Joyce. Joyce with an outstanding season last year for the Panthers. Let's see if he can continue doing what he's been doing. First pitch to Joyce is going to be right down the middle for a call, strike 1.
Whit Joyce is definitely one of the better hitters on this team, and back when I was still around, he was definitely one of the best hitters around, so he's definitely got one of the best potentials on this team.
Zuniga Rodriguez with the windup again to Joyce. Pitch is on the way, and it's a breaking pitch way outside for ball 1. So it's a 1-1 count.
Pitcher doing a great job of throwing outside of those righty hitters to try and get him to not get as powerful a hit.
Next pitch on the way to Joyce is another breaking ball, and that's going to be called strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on Joyce. Zuniga with a lot of control. Zuniga Rodriguez with a lot of control right now with his breaking pitch. Throwing him in for strikes. Next pitch on the way to Joyce. It's going to be called strike 3. Caught him off guard with a fastball that went right down the middle. I think he was expecting a breaking pitch and gets called on strike 3 for out #3. So we'll take a break here and we'll come back for the bottom half of the first inning.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations. Bush's Chicken, one of the oldest locations in Castroville, is proud to serve the Medina Valley area. Bush's Chicken has one goal: be the best. Bush's Chicken knows its success comes from loyal customers in the communities they serve. Stop by Bush's Chicken on Tuesday and get the Tender Tuesday deal, or try their buffalo fries and ask about their Panthers special. It's always a hit. Bush's Chicken, 935 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call them at 830-538-2800.
Texas, 268,000 square miles and then some. Twice as much elbow room as California. There's just no place like Texas. And you can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Medina Valley Broadcast Network, coming to you from Southwest Stadium. Panther baseball for you today. We have a matinee game, 1 o'clock. We're going to the bottom half of inning number 1. Panthers 3 up, 3 down at the plate. Dragons will be coming up. They'll be setting up first as their pitcher. J.P. Zuniga Rodriguez will be batting first, followed by the third baseman, Nate Gomez. DH batting third, Adrian Castillo. Javi Gonzalez on the mound for the Panthers, number 8. Just got the throw down from Whit Joyce, second base, and we're getting ready to get started with the bottom half of the first inning. Again, number 5, J.P. Zuniga Rodriguez at the plate, right-handed batter.
And now up to the Dragons, number 5, J.P. Zuniga Rodriguez.
Javi Gonzalez on the mound, definitely one of their better pitchers. He's got a great breaking ball, and he's pretty damn consistent, too.
Well, from what I understand, Javi's really been pitching well so far this season. Let's see if he can continue to do it throughout district play here. It looks like he's going to be the go-to pitcher for starting series. First pitch by Gonzalez is going to be inside for ball number 1. Zuniga Rodriguez digs in for pitch number 2, and it's on the way, and it's going to be right down the middle, and he watches it go by, and leaving up the count at 1-1. Gonzalez in the windup. Next pitch is a breaking ball, just a little bit low. Good looking breaking ball. A lot of downward action, fast break. It's just a little bit low. 2 balls, 1 strike on Zuniga Rodriguez. Gonzalez with the next pitch, and it's fouled off to the right side. Going back is the right fielder into the corner and just out of his reach. That was Kanak out there in right field. Just couldn't get to that ball, and it landed foul. Not much by foul either. The wind kind of pushed that ball. It looked like it was heading to right field, but it pushed it out into foul ball territory. So nevertheless, Zuniga Rodriguez will come back to the plate. And that'll even things up at 2-2. Next pitch by Gonzalez on the way, and that's fouled off to the right side also. That wind's going to be a big factor today, Garrison. It's blowing from left to right, and it actually has picked up in the last hour or so. That flag is straight up now.
Especially if you're a right fielder, if you're right versus a right-hand batter, it's going to tail quite a bit anyways, and that's going to be a really hard ball to judge.
Yep, it will. Next pitch by Gonzalez. It's a breaking ball. A little Texas leaguer is going to hit the ground out in front of right fielder. Kanak will eat it up and throw it back in, but they'll get their first batter on base with a base hit.
You can just tell the wind's bad because even though that was like a low hard line drive, you saw a bit of curve to it. It's gonna be a real tough challenge out there in the outfield today for both sides.
He just dropped in that no man's land between the second baseman and the right fielder.
Next up, number 3, Nate Gomez.
So the Dragons have a runner on first, and that'll bring up the third baseman, number 3, Nate Gomez. Nate Gomez, a big left-handed batter here. Gonzalez holding on the runner at first. Pitch is on the way, and it's going to be outside, knocked down by Joyce. That ball hit was in the dirt. Joyce slid out to his left, kept the ball in front of him. That was in the dirt. Scooped it up and checked his runner. Runner was not going. So the count will go to 1 ball, no strikes. Gonzalez checking his runner over at first. Throwing from the stretch now. Pitch is on the way. It's going to be right down the middle, and it's blasted by Gomez out in the left field. So a line shot between the third baseman and the shortstop, the left field, and 2 batters and 2 hits for the Dragons. So they have runners at first and second with nobody out, and that'll bring up to bat the designated hitter, number 9, Adrian Castillo.
Next up, number 9, Adrian Castillo.
So runners at first and second, nobody out. Gonzalez back on the stretch. Castillo, a right-handed batter. Pitch is on the way, and it's going to be right down the middle for a strike. So Gonzalez throwing strikes, but unable to get it past the Dragon hitters. Gonzalez checking his signs, checking the runners now. Pitch is on the way. It's going to be a little bit high. That'll even it up at 1-1. Castillo steps out of the batter's box, looks at his coach, giving a bunch of signs. Don't anticipate anything going on here in the first inning. 1-1 count. Pitch on the wall on the way was a breaking pitch. It stayed up high, though. So 2-1 count. Gonzalez checking the runner at second. Pitch on the way, and it's going to be down in the dirt. And it'll go to 3 balls and 1 strike. Castillo checking coach for signals again. Steps back in. Gonzalez with the pitch. Foul straight back. That'll bring it to a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runners at first and second, and nobody out. Gonzalez getting the signs from the catcher, working out of the stretch. Pitch on the way, and that's fouled back also. So we'll do it all over again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Gonzalez with the pitch. That's going to be high and outside, and he walked him. So Castillo will draw the base on balls. That'll load the bases up, and that'll go for that'll call Coach Garza out of the dugout to go have a conversation with Gonzalez.
I don't really think that's the fault of Gonzalez. I just think that's a really good job by the batter, fouling balls off he doesn't like and trying to stay in the count. Because, he pitched quite a few strikes there. Just a good job by the batter.
The batter just held tight until he got the pitches he wanted and fouled those off when he could. And the ones that weren't strikes, let them go. Was, like you said, Garrett, a smart piece of hitting there.
Nevertheless,
batting.
You have no outs, bases loaded with your 4-hole coming up. So you definitely want to go out there as a coach, calm your pitcher down, and try and get a couple outs here.
Yeah, it's number 24, the first baseman. Bauer is getting ready to step up to the plate. Yeah, Troy Bauer stepping up to the plate, number 24, the first baseman.
Next up for the Dragons, number 24.
If you're the Medina Valley defense right here, you really not want to worry about run scoring right here. You just want to put the ball in play and get an out or 2 here if you can.
Gonzalez going to be pitching from the windup. Bases loaded, nobody out. And that's foul straight back for strike number 1. Coach Garza came out and they had a little talk too, I think, with the infielders. He has the first baseman and third baseman playing on on the grass here up tight. They're going to try to stop the run at home with a ground ball if possible. Try to cut off the lead runner if they can get a ground ball. Gonzalez with the pitch. It's grounded to third baseman. Third baseman scoops it up, throws over to home, and they get the force out at home plate. Good job by both the catcher and third baseman.
Really good job by that third baseman. That hit was right down the line. He kind of picked it up with his backhand and threw it right to Whit Joyce waiting and got the out just in time.
Yeah.
So we have one out with bases still loaded.
That's number 4, Aaron Toundry, playing third at base. Knocked the ball down, scooped it up, threw it right back to the plate, get the lead out. So we have one out, like you said. So the Dragons still have bases loaded, and they send the catcher, number 11, Elijah Mccully, to the plate. Gonzalez will continue to throw from the windup. And that's ball 1 high. Next pitch by Gonzalez on the way, and that's foul straight back, and that'll leaving it up at 1-1. So with one out, the infielders at the corners are going to play up still and try to cut that runner off at home plate. Second and shortstop are playing back, try to turn the double play. Next pitch by Gonzalez is in the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. So the corners playing in the grass and up the middle, playing deep. Outfielders playing straight away. Next pitch by Gonzalez is popped straight up. Pardo running back. No, Kanak's now going to come up and field it. Hopefully he can play the wind. Plays the wind just off the glove. The wind really played into that. Couldn't get to that ball. And that's going to score a run for the Dragons. So it was a high pop-up that started out over second base. And the wind pushed it all the way to right field. Kanak coming in, overplayed it a little bit and came off the tip of his glove. In the meantime, the runner at third base was tagging up and ended up scoring.
That is one of the most difficult plays you can make as a right fielder. He's got a bit of tail on the ball from a right-handed batter. And the wind, if you watch the flag in the back, it is just shifting constantly. That is a very hard ball to field. Regardless, Southwest scores a run out of that.
The Dragons score first, and that brings up Romeo Castillo to the plate, and he takes ball 1 up high. Gonzalez tried to start him out with a breaking pitch, and it stayed up. Dragons still have him loaded with 1 out. Next pitch by Gonzalez. It's on the way, and that's going to be a strike right down the middle, even things up at 1-1. Still with 1 out, infielders on the edges playing in the grass, and the infielders up the middle playing back, hoping to turn that double play. Next pitch is grounded to the shortstop. Shortstop takes it off his head, and it shoots out to left field. The throw by Toundry is going to throw into home. They won't get the play, and they'll have to call timeout. That was a bad hop taken by the shortstop, Thomas Pardo, and it smacked him right in the face. Hopefully he's okay. Coach is running out there to check on them. In the process and the result, the Dragons do score another run.
That has to be one of the nastiest chops I've ever seen. It looked like it was going to go straight in his glove and just popped up, possibly hit him in the face.
It was a low grounder that right when it got to his glove, it just popped it right up, went to his face. Looks like he's okay. He's up and walking around. Trainers are checking with him. We're going to give him a couple of moments here to kind of shake that off. Looks like he's going to try to stay in the game. So what happened is Pardo tried to field that ball. He's going to try to turn a double play. It ricocheted off of him and went out to shallow left field. Toundry went out there to try to field it, and he tried to throw it into home. And the throw was late, so the runners will all advance. Castillo will get on a fielder's choice. I don't know how we'll score that. I would actually, because if it was a bad hop, we could probably score that as a base hit for Castillo.
Panthers definitely getting a bit unlucky. You're dealing with some crazy wind and some bad hops, but regardless, it leaves the Southwest with a 3-run lead.
So it looks like Pardo will exit the game. Number 18 is Dalton Gutierrez will come in, and I believe he's going to go to left field. And our left fielder, I believe number 6, Manny Ramirez, will come to shortstop. I think that's the move that they're going to make. So Pardo exits. He looks like he's okay. Dad walking over to check on him. For precautionary reasons, I believe they're going to go ahead and let him come out. So yes, number 6, Manny Ramirez, will come in from left field, and he'll go to shortstop. And in Pardo's spot will be number 18, Dalton Gutierrez.
Now batting, number 10, Nathan Villan.
Write that in. And that'll bring to the plate number 10, Nathan Villan, the right fielder, will come to the plate. So the Dragons get another run. They have runners at second and third. They scored 2 runs. And the bunt is going to be a pop fly to the first baseman, and Herb will catch that in the air for out number 2. So Villan tries to sacrifice, not really a sacrifice bunt. It was, I guess, a type of a squeeze, a safety squeeze there to try to get the runner in, and he popped it up to the first baseman for out number 2.
That's really like the last thing you want to do if you're going to try and get like a nice sacrifice bunt down, because you just defeat the purpose of a bunt. You get yourself out and you kind of ruin the potential of doing something fun in the infield.
That brings a shortstop Cano to the plate. Cano takes ball 1 up high. Again, Dragons still have runners in second and third. Our score is 3-0. We have 2 outs. So Trey Cano at the plate. Pitch from Gonzalez on the way. It's a breaking pitch and just barely gets a piece of the ball on the swing. Leaving up the count at 1-1. Gonzalez throwing from the from the windup again. Pitch is on the way, and it's going to be a little high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch on the way by Gonzalez. It's line to third base, but right into the glove of Aaron Toundry for out number 3. So a line out by Cano to Aaron Toundry at third base will get out number 3. So the end of 1, Dragons take the quick lead 3-0. We'll take a break. We'll come back for inning number 2 after these messages.
Nobody can design, create, or maintain your lawn better than 3D Landscaping and Irrigation. With over 17 years of experience, owner Ray Doyen and his crew take pride in their craftsmanship and service. They're fully insured, offer free estimates, and multiple references, so you know you're getting the best. 3D does landscaping, lawn maintenance, irrigation, tree installation, lighting, and more. Whether it's residential or commercial, 3D Landscaping and Irrigation has you covered. Give 3D a call at 830-985-9115 or find us online at threedlandscaping.com.
Panther swag today at mvpboosters.com.
Why buy a used car when you can buy a new car for less at North Park Chevrolet, San Antonio's highest-rated Chevrolet dealer? Get low posted pricing on the 2021 Equinox, posted at $19,999. The 2021 Traverse, posted at $28,999. The 2021 Silverado, posted at $30,999. Or get $17,000 off the all-electric Bolt. Experience Chevrolet, the North Parkway, 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville, or at npchevy.com.
We are back at Southwest Ballpark for the top of the second inning. Southwest leads 3-0. Panthers had a bit of trouble in the bottom of the first. Got unlucky with some pop flies and a really bad grounder that took Thomas Pardo out of the game. He seems to be all right though. Panthers looking to come back and get a couple more runs at the board to make this a bit of a more even game. Coming up, 4-hole, Aaron Toundry playing third base. Definitely a good bat for the Panthers so far this season. Pitch from the windup. High and outside for ball 1.
That's all I can get. I'll try it, but it won't be this week.
He definitely likes that high outside corner, and he's going to keep throwing that there because the Panthers just can't seem to hit it today.
Let me see what I can do.
Pitch on the way, same place, swing and a miss for Toundry for the count to be 1-1. Toundry steps back in.
Did you call? No, I thought I missed a call
From the windup.
Okay.
Outside, gets away from the catcher for the count to be 2-1.
Yeah. Okay, what if they do? I'll do
2-1 pitch on the way. Low and outside, called strike. Pitcher definitely doing a really good job of keeping that his pitches in their outside zone of the strike, outside of the strike zone. 2-2 count.
Pitch on the way from Zuniga Rodriguez to Toundry. And that he threw it past him. Just a foul tip into the catcher's glove, and he's going to strike him out. So 2 back-to-back strikeouts by Zuniga Rodriguez. One to finish the first inning and one right here to start the second inning.
Zuniga is doing a really good job of just painting that outside edge so well, and the Panthers just can't seem to hit it so far.
So number 14, the second baseman, Tanner Garst at the plate now, right-handed batter. Takes a pitch up high for ball number 1. Yeah, Zuniga not giving much to hit. Really painting the corners so far today. Pitch on the way. That's fouled straight back.
Definitely at the high school level, that's what as a pitcher, that's really what you want to do, because most hitters aren't good enough to be able to hit for power on the outside, and so he's really doing a good job of keeping, the batters from hitting it, and if they do hit it, they don't have a lot of power on it.
So the count will even up at 1-1 for Garst. Zuniga Rodriguez pitching from the windup. This pitch is on the way. It's a breaking ball on the outside. It's almost just like a little slider that cuts a little bit.
Good eye by Garst. He looked like he was bad swing, but he called it off last minute. It was a good call, too, because it ended up being a ball.
2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch on the way. It's a breaking pitch, and it's lined by Garst out in the left field, just past the third baseman. He's digging hard, looking for 2, but he's going to stop, put the brakes on, and come back to first base. So takes that inside pitch and hits it right between the third baseman and the third base. A line shot that trickles out into left field. So the Panthers finally get a runner on, and they get their first hit of the game.
Definitely a great hit by Garst. That was a nice, hard hit. He sat and waited for a pitch that he could really rip, and he took it right down that third base line. Almost foul, but just stayed in order for him to get a nice base hit.
And he thought about going for 2, but he put the brakes on and came back, which was the safe thing to do. He's now going to take his lead at first base, and that'll bring up Jake Herb, the first baseman, number 21. Pitch on the way. Herb is a breaking pitch. He takes it outside for ball 1. So Zuniga Rodriguez, for the first time, having to go from the stretch now. Checks on the runner at first. Pitch on the way to Herb. Another breaking pitch way outside. Ball 2. Panthers desperately need to get something going this inning. Down by 3 runs already here in the second. Checks on the runner. Another pitch. That's going to be high and a swing and a miss by Herb. A little bit high on the swing. And it'll go to 2 balls and 1 strike. Garst with the average lead over at first. Pitch on the way, and it's going to stay high. This time Herb lays off the high pitch, and it'll even it up. Or it'll go to 3 balls and 1 strike. I'm sorry. So still with kind of a hitter's count here for Herb. Pitcher checks on the runner, then throws over to first. Garst gets back in time. He's got a quick move over to first base. Garsh did a good job coming back, diving into first base to stay safe. Zuniga Rodriguez checking on him again. Pitch on the way to Herb. And that's going to be called ball 4. I don't think he realizes that.
I believe he called that a strike.
Oh, he did call that a strike. That was high and outside. I don't think they were very happy with that, especially the Panther faithful here. So it goes to full count. Three balls, 2 strike, 1 out, runner at first. Pitch on the way. It's a breaking pitch. Herb hits it out to right center, and it's going to fall in the gap, and that ball's going to go to the wall. Garsh rounding second base, heading to third, and it's going to be a stand-up double for Jake Herb. Throws coming into home plate. Garsh is going to try to make it a home, but it's the catcher short hops it and it bounces off his chest protector towards pitcher's mound, and Garsh gets in easily. If a good throw, he would have been out. So Jake Herb with a stand-up double going to second base and the RBI.
I believe the saying, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and I think that's kind of what happened there.
Yeah, Garsh was dead meat rounding third base coming into the home, but it was just a bad throw, and it went off the catcher, bounced back out to pitcher's mound, and he was able to score easily.
No, that was a darn good hit by Herb right there. You got full count on you, 2 strikes. You took some off there and just put it right in the right field, and ended up rolling all the way to the fence in the right center gap, and that's exactly what you need to score a run here for the Panthers.
The Panthers get one on the boards, now 3-1 with 1 out. Runner at second base. And that'll bring up to bat Manny Ramirez. Manny Ramirez started the game out in left field with an injury to Pardo. He moved over to shortstop, so he's now our shortstop. So runner at second. Zuniga Rodriguez checking on the runner. Pitch on the way to Ramirez is going to be called low for ball 1. Big lead by Herb over at second base. No one covered the base. He can move around out there. Next pitch is going to be outside for ball 2. So 2-0 count for Ramirez. He's got a nice hitter's count here where he can sit back and wait for something that he really likes and try to drive the ball. Pitch on the way, and that's going to stay outside, so it'll go 3-0 count. I'm assuming Coach Herb's going to give him the take sign here to just watch the ball and see what happens, take his chances, and try to get a base on ball and get another runner on for the Panthers. Zuniga steps in, gets his signal, checks the runner over at second. Pitch on the way, and that's going to be right down the middle for strike 1. So the count's still in favor of Ramirez at 3 balls and 1 strike. Still waiting on something he can hit. Pitch on the way. And he will take strike 2. That'll get the count to full count now. Now he's got to be protective up there and try to just put the ball in play. So full count for Manny Ramirez. Jake Herb still at second base. He's got a big lead. Shortstop moving over now, trying to get him a little bit closer to the base. Pitch on the way from Zuniga. And it's a check swing, and they're going to call him no swing. So he kind of check swung on that thing. They checked with the other umpire, and he said no go. So Ramirez will reach first base on the walk, and the Panthers will have runners at first and second. And that'll bring up the bat the designated hitter, number 22, Connor Dillard. Dillard, big right-hander, steps up to the plate. Panthers with 1 out, runners at first and second. Pitch on the way, breaking pitch, and it's foul tipped, strike 1. Panthers good opportunity here to get a couple more runs on the board with only 1 out. Next pitch on the way, another breaking pitch but foul straight back. So real quick, 0-2 on Dillard. Zuniga Rodriguez stepping in, throwing from the stretch, checking his runners at first and second. Pitch on the way to Dillard. Another breaking ball. It stays outside this time. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Big right-hander steps back in. Pitch on the way. It's ground ball to shortstop. It's going to get past the shortstop. Oh, no, shortstop feels it, but he throws the... When he attempts to throw the ball, it falls out of his hand. Did a great job moving towards his right. I didn't think he was going to get to the ball, and he did, but when he picked up and tried to throw it on the transfer, he kind of lost the ball. So that'll go down as a base hit for Dillard. So Dillard to get on base hit, and that'll load the bases for the Panthers. So the Panthers with runners at first, second, and third, and that'll bring up the bat, the pitcher, the number 9 batter, number 8, Javi Gonzalez.
Great job by Dillard. They always say, you know, when you have 2 strikes on you, just put it in play, and that's exactly what he did, and it was enough to get a base hit for the Panthers.
That's how it works. First pitch on the way to Gonzalez. He'll take a strike on the outside corner. So Panthers got the bases loaded with 1 out. Good opportunity for the pitcher to help himself out here. Base hit will score 2 for him. Pitch on the way. It's a breaking pitch. It falls in there for strike number 2. So real quick on Gonzalez, 0-2 count. It's a good pitch by Zuniga Rodriguez. He's pitching from the windup again with the bases loaded. Another breaking pitch, but it stays high. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, Gonzalez with a good opportunity here to help himself out with 1 out, bases loaded. Zuniga Rodriguez back on the mound, going to pitch from the windup again. Pitch on the way. And it's a call, strike 3 on the outside corner. Good pitch by Zuniga Rodriguez, just paints the outside corner. Gonzalez just watched it.
Zuniga doing a real job, you know, staying in that outside corner and really, you know, getting the Panthers to miss right there. He does really have a good off speed. He switches up quite a bit, so it's definitely making a hard time for the batter.
So back to the top of the order for the Panthers, the center fielder, Bobby Peterson, up to bat. Right man in the right spot here for the Panthers. Breaking ball stays way high.
Panthers, the last thing you want to do here is just sit and watch another one go by with bases loaded. You got a lot of potential out there in the infield with batters on every single base. You do not want to leave this with 3 batters left on base.
And Peterson, a very aggressive hitter, so anything close to the plate he's going to be ripping at. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss by Peterson. Couldn't lay off the high pitch. Took a rip at it, and leaving the count at 1-1. So Zuniga Rodriguez working quick here now as soon as he got on these last 2 batters, really getting ready for the next pitch, and the pitch is already on the way to Peterson. Curveball swung and missed. So Peterson, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes, bases loaded, 2 outs. Challenge on both ends right here between the pitcher and the batter. And there's the pitch. It's a curveball. Fly it out to right field. Right fielder drifting back and makes the catch for out number 3. So Peterson flies out to right field. But the Panthers do get 1 on the board, so we'll finish 1.5. Panthers up 3-1. So we'll take a quick break and come back after these messages for the bottom half of the 2nd inning.
Why buy a used car when you can buy a new car for less at North Park Chevrolet, San Antonio's highest-rated Chevrolet dealer? Get low posted pricing on the 2021 Equinox, posted at $19,999. The 2021 Traverse, posted at $28,999. The 2021 Silverado, posted at $30,999. Or get $17,000 off the all-electric Volt. Experience Chevrolet, the North Parkway, 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville, or at npchevy.com.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet Medina Electric broadcast of Panther baseball. Going to the bottom half of the second inning, Javi Gonzalez on the mound again. The number 9 hitter for the Dragons, number 8, J.J. Gonzalez, a left fielder at the plate. First pitch will go in as strike number 1. Next pitch by Gonzalez on the way. It's a breaking pitch. Just catches the outside corner for strike number 2. So the count goes 0-2 right away on Gonzalez. Gonzalez, the left fielder for the Dragons. Gonzalez working quick. Next pitch is on the way, right off the pitcher's glove. Hits it right back to the pitcher, scooped up by the shortstop, thrown in the first, but it's way too late. So Gonzalez with an 0-2 count gets a base hit. Hits it right back up the middle. Ricochets off of Javi Gonzalez's glove and rolls out the shortstop. The shortstop, who now is Manny Ramirez, picks it up off the ground, throws it over to first, but way too late. So the Dragons start off the bottom half of the second inning with a runner at first and back to the top of the order with J.P. Zuniga Rodriguez, the pitcher, at the plate. Rodriguez doing a good job pitching right now for the Dragons. Gonzalez with the pitch, a breaking pitch that breaks across the plate for strike number 1. Javi Gonzalez pitching from the stretch, checking on the runner over at first base, which is J.J. Gonzalez. He's got a moderate lead over there. Throw back over to first base, but it's not in time. So 1 strike on the pitcher, Zuniga Rodriguez. Next pitch is a bunt going down first base line, but it's going to be foul. Just foul. Was rolling down the line, and then all of a sudden took a right and hooked over to the foul territory. And have to come back to the plate and do it again. J.J. Gonzalez for the Dragons got a good jump on that bunt, and he was ready, almost standing at second when the ball was fielded. Would have been a good sacrifice opportunity. So no balls and 2 strikes on the pitcher, Zuniga Rodriguez. Javi Gonzalez on the mound for the Panthers. Just getting the signals from Joyce. Pitch is on the way, and it's a swing and a miss, and Gonzalez gets his first strikeout of the game. So Javi Gonzalez with a swinging strikeout, and it'll be out number 1. So 1 out, runner at first. And that'll bring to the plate the big third baseman, number 3, Nate Gomez. Gomez got a first base hit the first time up to bat, so he's 1 for 1. Pitch by Gonzalez is a strike. Throw down to second on the steal, and Joyce's throw goes a little bit out away from second base, fielded by the shortstop who was backing it up. A little bit high on that. And J.J. Gonzalez, the Dragons, will have a steal. So runner at second now for the Dragons. And Gomez sitting with a strike. No balls, 1 strike. Gonzalez from the pitch. And it's foul straight back. So 0-2 count on Gomez. And Gonzalez digs into the stretch. Checks a runner at second. Pitch is on the way. Fouled straight back again. So we'll do it all over again. No balls, 2 strikes. Gomez, the third baseman, big left-handed batter. Pitch is on the way to the lefty, and it's high and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Javi Gonzalez kind of threw that ball out of the strike zone, hoping that he would fish at it, but he didn't. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, a runner at second. We have 1 out. Pitch on the way from Gonzalez, and it's grounded over to third base. Check the runner at second, and they get him in a pickle. Running it back and forth. Gonzalez running back and forth. Oh, and the ball gets away from the third baseman, and Gonzalez will be standing on second. For the Dragons, actually, it works in their favor. The runner at second was running towards third on a ground ball to third, and you typically don't do that. He got caught up in the pickle. Panthers made an error on a bad throw, and it ended up towards the dugout. So Gonzalez ends up on third base, and the batter, which was Gomez, who hit into a fielder's choice, will be standing at second base. So the Dragons have runners at second and third, and that'll bring up to the plate number 9, the designated hitter, Adrian Castillo. Castillo walked last time up to the bat. So 1 out, runners at second and third. Javi Gonzalez for the Panthers will now be throwing from the windup. First pitch on the way is pushed, bunted towards first base, but it'll go foul. The Dragons trying to get that next run in. Trying to safety squeeze. Designated hitter Castillo checking the coach for signals. See if they attempt it again. No balls, 1 strike. Gonzalez from the windup. The pitch is bunted again, but it's pushed foul. So the safety squeeze doesn't work again for the Dragons. And now he's in the hole, 0 balls and 2 strikes. Now he's going to have to swing away. Javi Gonzalez working out with an 0-2 count. Throwing from the windup. Pitch is on the way, and a breaking pitch just stays outside. Crosses across the plate and tails outside. So 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Not sure if the Panther fan base agrees with that call.
No, it was a good-looking pitch.
Not to mention that's where it's been called on the other side quite a few times.
Pitch on the way from Gonzalez. Swing and a miss, and he gets a strikeout, a second strikeout of the inning to get out number 2. It's a big strikeout from Gonzalez with runners at second and third.
I believe they're 0-3 for sacrifice bunts. You know, depending on which way this game goes, that may be a really big cause of how this game turns out. You know, small ball's really important in baseball, especially high school. You know, that could have easily been an extra run there.
It's number 24, the first baseman, Troy Bauer, is the cleanup batter. Will step up to the plate. Big right-handed batter. Gonzalez from the windup. Just touches the outside corner with the fastball for strike number 1. Good pitch by Gonzalez, staying away from the cleanup hitter. Two outs. Next pitch is on the inside corner with a breaking pitch. Caught him off guard for an 0-2 count. Gonzalez looking good right now on the mound. Next pitch by Gonzalez. Another breaking ball gets him. He strikes out the side. Javi Gonzalez with a good inning work for the Panthers. Leaves runners on second and third. No additional runs here for the Dragons. So after 2, Panthers down by 2. Our score 3-1 in favor of the Dragons. We'll take a quick break and come back after this message is for inning number 3.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a
Welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet Medina Electric broadcast of Panther Baseball. We are at Southwest ISD. Panthers taking on the Southwest Dragons for the first game of district play. Dalton Gutierrez, number 18, steps in. He is the left fielder now for the Panthers. First pitch is a breaking pitch. He's swinging a miss. It's an 0-1 count on Dalton Gutierrez. Panthers down 3-1 in this top of this third inning. Zuniga Rodriguez still on the mound for his third inning of work, and the next pitch is another breaking pitch that stays on the outside corner for strike number 2. Oh-2 count on Gutierrez. Next pitch on the way is going to be a curveball swung on by Gutierrez. Hits to the shortstop. Shortstop fields it on one hop, throws it over to first base. Close call, but it gets him on the. Yeah, he's called out. So out number 1. It was a very close call. 1-2 punch there for out number 1. So Gutierrez grounds out to shortstop, and that'll bring up to bat the catcher number 10, Whit Joyce. Whit Joyce struck out last time up to bat. First pitch to Joyce is way outside for ball 1. Joyce steps back in. Zuniga Rodriguez from the windup, swung on by Joyce, but it's fouled straight back. So the count on Joyce will go to 1 ball, 1 strike. Panthers going to try to get something going again here in the third. Down 3-1. Pitch on the way, and it's going to stay outside. So Joyce will go up on the count. 2 balls, 1 strike. Next pitch on the way to Joyce is on the way. It's a breaking pitch. It stays low. Count will go 3 balls, 1 strike. Umpire asking for a new baseball since that one in the dirt. Catcher walks out to talk to Zuniga Rodriguez. I know there's a miscommunication there maybe on the pitch. Catcher was not expecting that breaking ball apparently. Whit comes back from talking to Coach Herb down at third base. Steps into the batter's box. Big right-hander's ready to go. Pitch on the way from the windup is going to stay outside, and Joyce will get on with a walk. So Panthers get a runner on with 1 out. And that'll bring up to bat the third baseman, number 4, Aaron Toundry. Toundry was another strikeout victim first time up to bat. He'll step in, batting from the left-hander's box. Runner on first, 1 out. Zuniga Rodriguez checks his runner, pitches on the way, swung on and missed. So strike 1 on Toundry. Toundry, one of the big hitters for the Panthers. Only one so far, the only one so far with a home run so far, hit earlier this season. Pitch from Zuniga Rodriguez on the way, and that's going to stay inside. He gets away from the catcher. Joyce stays at first. So 1-1 count. Toundry steps back in. Again, batting as a left-handed batter. Pitch on the way. Oh, that just misses him on the way inside pitch. Just got away from that ball hitting him.
Surprised he got out of there. It looked like he was
I thought he was going to hit him. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Runner at first. Pitcher checking on the run at first. Pitch on the way. And it's going to stay high for ball 3. So 3 balls, 1 strike to Toundry. Pitch on the way, swung on, a little pop-up towards first base. First base feels it for an out, and Joyce gets back to first base. So now we have 2 outs. So that's going to be a fly out to the first base. Now step up to the plate will be number 14, the second baseman, Tanner Garst. And they'll have a pinch runner now for Joyce now that there's 2 outs. Since he's a catcher, it'll give him a chance to put his gear back on in time. So that's number 5. Number 5 is Garrett Neighbors. Garrett Neighbors is going to be pinch running for the catcher, and he'll go to first base. Garst will step back in, and I believe, Garst had a base hit first time up to bat. Throw back over to first base. Neighbors back in time. 2 down. Zuniga Rodriguez pitching from the stretch. Pitch on the way. Ball stays high for ball 1. The wind kind of shifted. It's blowing straight away center field to home plate now.
It's shifting all over the place. It'll go from dying down, and it's gone in every direction except out so far.
Pitch on the way is going to stay outside for ball number 2 on Tanner Garst. So hitters count now for Tanner Garst. Neighbors with a moderate lead over at first base. Pitch on the way, and it's going to be a check swing by Garst. Either way, it's got called a strike. So 2 balls, 1 strike now. Panther second baseman digs back in. Neighbors with his lead. Pitch on the way. Oh, and that catches the outside corner apparently. Way, it looked a little outside, but he called it a strike and then leaving the count up at 2-2. So we have deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Panthers with the runner at first. Garst awaiting the pitch, and it's a breaking pitch. It stays up high for ball 3, so the count will go full. Anticipate Neighbors at first base will be running with a full count and 2 outs. So he'll be running on the pitch. Pitch is on the way. It's going to stay outside for ball 4. So Garst stays perfect for getting on base for the Panthers with a base hit and a walk. And that'll put Panthers with runners at first and second. And that'll bring up to the plate the first baseman, number 21, Jake Herb. Jake Herb with a double first time up the bat. See if he can do it again here and get the Panthers back on the board. So 2 outs, runners at first and second. Jake Herb at the plate. Right-handed batter. First pitch to Herb is a curveball. Falls in there for strike 1.
I believe Jake Herb was in a very similar situation last time he was up to bat with a runner on base and a critical need for runs. Hopefully he can do it again.
He did it with 2 strikes, too, last time up to bat. Next pitch on the way from Zuniga Rodriguez. A swung and a miss by Jake Herb. Curveball that stayed outside. He chased it. Now he's down 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Runners at first and second. And we have 2 down. Pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Strikes him out. So the Panthers leave runners on. Runners on first and second. Jake Herb goes down on strikeout, and Panthers score stays the same. Southwest 3, Medina Valley 1. And we'll take a break, and we'll come back after these messages for the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Call State Farm agent Hazel Russell in Castroville at 830-931-3441.
Nobody can design, create, or maintain your lawn better than 3D Landscaping and Irrigation. With over 17 years of experience, owner Ray Doyen and his crew take pride in their craftsmanship and service. They're fully insured, offer free estimates and multiple references, so you know you're getting the best. 3D does landscaping, lawn maintenance, irrigation, tree installation, lighting, and more. Whether it's residential or commercial, 3D Landscaping and Irrigation has you covered. Give 3D a call at 830-985-9115 or find us online at threedlandscaping.com.
Welcome back to the Medina Electric North Park Chevrolet broadcast of Panther baseball. We are going to the bottom of the third inning. Panthers down by 2, scores 3-1 in favor of the Dragons. Panthers had a good opportunity to get runners on, left 2 runners on that last inning, unable to get any across. The Dragons will come up, and they will lead off with the catcher, number 11, Elijah Mccully. Mccully got on in an error last time up to bat, part of that scoring run where they scored last inning. Or the first inning, where they got 3 runs in the first inning. So Javi Gonzalez still on the mound for the Panthers. Gonzalez getting ready to throw from the windup. And the first pitch on its way to Mccully. And it's going to be ball 1 inside.
Game went a little stale here in the bottom of the first and top of the second. We saw a lot of action, and now it's kind of died down.
Yeah. Gonzalez pitch on the way. A breaking ball that stays outside for ball 2. Looked like a decent pitch there, but 2 balls, no strikes on Mccully. Pitch by Gonzalez on the way, and it's going to stay high. So real quick, 3-0 on Mccully. Typically, batter will be taking here. Good opportunity for Gonzalez to lay one in there to get a strike on him. Pitch on the way from Gonzalez will stay high, so he walks him on 4 pitches. So Mccully gets on an error, then he walks the next time up to bat. So a 4-pitch walk will bring up number 22, the second baseman, Romeo Castillo.
Number 22, Romeo Castillo.
Castillo reached first base last time. Dragons with a runner on first, nobody out. Gonzalez checking his runner. Pitch on the way, stays outside. So 5 balls in a row for Gonzalez. Quick peek over to the Panther dugout, see if we got anyone warming up, but they do not. So Gonzalez is good to go for a while. Next pitch by Gonzalez on the way, and it's going to be called strike 1 on the inside corner. Castillo kind of backed out of there a little bit, but he caught the inside corner as he's batting from the left-hander's box. So 1 ball, 1 strike, runner at first. Gonzalez getting his signals from the catcher, pitching from the stretch. Pitch on the way, and it's an attempted bunt, throw back to first base, and they don't get him. So number 22, Castillo, scores around to bunt. Bunts through the ball. Witt catches it, throws it over to first base to try to get the Dragon base runner leaning. He got back just in time.
I believe Witt would have got him, too, if he hadn't hesitated just
or a little bit lower of a pitch, but it's still good. Pitch on the way. Attempted bunt again.
Hit off the helmet of the batter.
So it's attempted bunt again, and Joyce tries to throw it down to first. When he throws it, it hits the helmet of the batter as he throws down. It's a left-handed batter, so he's standing in the way. So when he attempts to throw it at first base, it went off his helmet, the batter's helmet, and went off towards the dugout on the Southwest Dragons' first base side. So the runner advances to second on the errant throw. Coach Herb out there to talk to the umpire to see if maybe it was an interference call. Obviously, he's going to ask for interference. It's a good opportunity to try to get it back if you go and try to challenge this call. So the 2 umpires meeting over by pitcher's mound.
I know I'm pretty sure as a batter, you're always taught to try and get out of the way as much as you can. And I'm not sure if that's the right call. It looks like they're not going to get
Yeah, they're going to deny the challenge there. So at least Coach Herb tried. So the runner's going to advance. So the bunt basically worked what it was supposed to, but it worked even better because there's no sacrifice. The batter stays at the plate, runner at second base. 3 balls, 1 strike, runner at second, and nobody out. Oh, he still bunts the ball. It's a drag bunt this time. Fielder feels the ball, throws it over to first, and he gets him on the sacrifice bunt. Actually, I think he tried a drag bunt that time. He gets thrown out by the pitcher. He bunted it right back to Javi Gonzalez. Gonzalez fields and throws over to first base. Sorry, Garrison.
No, one of the weirder at-bats I've ever seen, but regardless, he moves the batter all the way from first to third with 1 out. So you only have 1 out, and you have number 10 coming up to bat with a runner on third.
Well, there's 1 out now, yeah. So runner on third, and that'll bring up number 10, who scores around a bunt, right back to the pitcher. Pitcher tosses it back to Whit Joyce at plate, and he gets him. Beautiful play by Javi Gonzalez. Feels the ground ball off the mound on the bunt where they try to squeeze him in. Feels it, scoops it, throws it right back to Joyce at the plate. The plate puts Joyce puts a tag on the runner at the plate, gets him out. So he'll get on. Filan will get on it with a fielder's choice. And number 11, Elijah Mccully, gets thrown out the plate, and he's actually still laying on the ground on the tag. Trainers are going to go and check on him. Not sure exactly how he hurt himself, if it was on the tag or the slide. Either way, it's out number 2 for the Panthers, and it was a big out because that's a good opportunity to stop another run. Well, the Panthers are down by 2. The lead still stays at 2.
I think that may have been on a full-on squeeze because it didn't look like he hesitated at all. Because I think on the safety squeeze as a third base runner, you're kind of supposed to see and not go if he's going to throw to home. But he just kind of went all the way through, and Javi Gonzalez made a great play through to Witt. Witt put the tag on him with quite a couple of yards to spare, really.
Yeah, it was an easy out. But Mccully came in sliding. I'm not sure how he got injured. They're checking his lower leg right now. But nevertheless, Panthers have 2 outs. Dragons have a runner at first. And they really stopped an opportunity there for Dragons to get that run in. So real quick, while we have an injury timeout, I'd like to thank our sponsors. Of course, our title sponsors are North Park Chevrolet and Medina Electric. We'd also like to thank Peerless Equipment, Travel by Design, Bush's Chicken, Texan Bank, Casterville State Bank, 3D Landscaping, Hazel Russell State Farm, Security State Bank, and Medina Valley Sports Boosters. So Mccully gets up, is walking it off, got a little limp to him, but it looks like he's going to be okay. We'll get back to a little action here. So the Dragons will bring up to the plate their shortstop number 2, Trey Cano.
Now batting number 2, Trey.
Great job defensively by the Panthers. The Dragons there had a lot of momentum going for them. They put a stop to that real quick. And now they got 2 outs with only a runner on first and an opportunity to get out of this inning without any running scored.
Yeah, big opportunity, Garrison, for them to get out of this inning. So runner at first, 2 outs. Gonzalez on the mound, checking the runner over at first. Pitch on the way to the right-hander. Breaking ball that stays inside. It's called a ball. Runner at first steals and able to steal second base. Kind of an awkward throw by Whit Joyce there where it kind of bounced all the way to second base. It hit the ground around pitcher's mound and just rolled over to second, but they still had an opportunity to put the tag on him. Got to the base just a little bit late. So the Dragons now with a runner on second and a stolen base.
Looks like Whit Joyce slipped a bit. It looks like his front foot fell and he's thrown a little down the ground.
Ooh, that ball hit him. So Gonzalez hits Trey Cano on the shoulder. He's going to take first base. So actually that kind of hit by pitch. That kind of helped the Panthers in a way because they set up a force out. So J.J. Gonzalez, the left fielder batting left-handed, will step up with the runners at first and second with 2 outs. Pitch on the way, but Gonzalez swung on and fouled over towards the Panther dugout. Line shot over there. So real quick, no balls, 1 strike. So runners at first and second, so we have a force out, either first, second, or third. So ground ball, the Panthers could get out of the inning pretty easily. Gonzalez had a base hit and a stolen base last time up to bat. Javi Gonzalez, Panther pitcher, gets his sign, checks the runner at second, pitches on the way, and it stays outside. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Gonzalez pitching to Gonzalez. Javi Gonzalez gets his sign, checks the runner at second. Pitch on the way. That ball stayed outside also. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Wind shifted back from left field to right field. Going across the baseball field here. Pitch on the way. A little Texas leaguer over third base, and it's going to drop in for a base hit. Runner from second is going to try to score. Ball's picked up by the left fielder and just thrown to third to the cutoff. Cutoff holds it. The run will score. Gonzalez will get his second base hit of the game, and they'll have runners again at first and second, and they'll take a 4-1 lead.
All the big hits in this game so far have all been really low line drives with not a lot of power on them, but just barely gets over the infield and gets
a lot of Texas leaguers. So that'll bring the Dragons back to the top of the order. The pitcher, J.P. Zuniga Rodriguez, with a base hit and a strikeout last 2 times up the bat. That pitch is going to be taken high.
A little action at second base, trying to maybe get a back pit going. The Panthers really need to get out here and get out of this inning.
Yeah, and speaking of little action, Panthers have the bullpen getting going right now. Someone warming up for the Panthers over in their bullpen. With Joyce calls timeout, going to go out there and talk to Gonzalez and try to settle him down. Looks like he kind of overthrew that ball a little bit, tried to throw it a little extra hard, and it stayed high. Maybe he's going to go out there and just try to settle him down. Kind of talk to him, tell him, look, you have 2 outs. You have 2 outs. You have a force out at any base. Let's just go ahead and throw some strikes here and get us out of this inning. See if the stoppage and play pays off here. It's a 1 ball, no strikes on Zuniga Rodriguez, the pitcher. Gonzalez in the stretch. Pitch is on the way. Oh, and it's a little low. It was right down the middle, but it was a little low, so 2-0. Pitch on the way. Swung on and foul straight back. So count will go to 2 balls, 1 strike. Dragons with runners on first and second. We have 2 outs. Panthers down 4-1. Gonzalez pitching from the stretch. Pitch on the way, stays high. 3 balls, 1 strike. Panthers could just force a ground out here. They could get out of the inning. Pitch is on the way. Foul straight back. So the count will run to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Runners will be running here. So anticipate the runners at first and second on the move on the pitch. Gonzalez gets his signals. Throwing from the stretch. Try to little turnaround throw to second base, but he didn't even throw the ball. Just trying to get the runner back. He knew he was going to be stealing. Maybe he could pick him off halfway or something if he got too big of a lead. Pitch on the way, Gonzalez. Swing, fly ball to right field. Kanak walking back, makes the easy catch, and the Panthers do get out of the inning. However, they do scratch 1 across. Dragons take the lead 4-1. So Zuniga Rodriguez flies out to right field, and we will end the 3rd inning. So we'll take a few messages here, and we'll come back for the top of the 4th. Panther baseball return after these messages.
The Medina Valley Sports Boosters are proud to support the Medina Valley Panthers. The Boosters are always looking for volunteers and new members. The MVP Boosters raise funds to support the MVISD sports and scholarship programs. Get your Panther swag at the football store located next to the concession stand. We have several items on sale. Join, volunteer, or purchase your Panther swag today at mvpboosters.com.
Why Why buy a used car when you can buy a new car for less at North Park Chevrolet, San Antonio's highest-rated Chevrolet dealer? Get low posted pricing on the 2021 Equinox, posted at $19,999. The 2021 Traverse, posted at $28,999. The 2021 Silverado, posted at $30,999. Or get $17,000 off the all-electric Bolt. Experience Chevrolet, the North Parkway, 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville, or at npchevy.com.
Welcome back to Panther Baseball. We are in the top of the fourth. Panthers will lead off. Number 6, the shortstop, Manny Ramirez. Remember, Manny Ramirez started the game out in left field with the injury to Pardo. He moved over to shortstop. So he'll step in as a right-handed batter. J.P. Zuniga Rodriguez still at the mound for the Dragons. First pitch is on the way. It's a fastball swung on and missed. Zuniga Rodriguez with a lot of heat on that fastball. Still looking good so far through 3 innings. Next pitch on the way to Ramirez is a breaking pitch that catches the outside corner for strike 2. So Ramirez goes down 0-2 real quick in this at-bat. Zuniga Rodriguez working from the windup. Pitch on the way. Another breaking pitch called strike 3. Beautiful breaking pitch by Zuniga Rodriguez.
You know, yet
call strikeout.
You got to give a lot of credit to this pitcher here. He's mixing up really fast, fastballs with a lot of speed with some really nasty breaking balls, and that's really hard to stay in there as a hitter.
Also Garrison, with all the stoppages and the length of this game, he's really staying focused too. So the DH, Connor Dillard, will step in, number 22. He got a base hit last time with up the bat, and he'll take ball 1 for the first pitch of his second at bat here. Zuniga Rodriguez with the pitch. Swung on and fouled straight back.
One 1 count.
Dillard steps back in. Pitch on the way. That's going to stay low for ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike on Connor Dillard. Again, he had a base hit last time up to bat. Pitch on the way. It's a breaking ball that goes into the dirt. So the count will go to 3-1. It's a good opportunity for Dillard to sit back here and wait for a fastball, look for something he can hit, try to get back on base with another base hit. 3-1 count. Pitch on the way. Stays high for ball 4. Good at bat by Dillard. So he'll stay perfect for the game with a walk and a base hit. That'll bring up the bat. The pitcher, number 8, Javi Gonzalez. Gonzalez struck out looking last time up the bat. Good opportunity for him when I think he had 2 runners on when he struck out. So he'll come up to bat in the number 9 hole with a runner at first. Panthers down 4-1. We are in the top of the 4th. So Zuniga Rodriguez working from the stretch now. Checks his runner over at first. Throw back. It looks like we have a pinch runner for Dillard, and that's going to be Kanak over at first base. Pitch on the way, and that's a ground ball. Just stays foul, but on the third base line. To get good opportunity for Gonzalez there to help his own cause. If that would have stayed about 2 or 3 feet to the right more, could have wound up with an easy double.
Personally, I'm a little surprised we haven't seen a bit more small ball from the Panthers. I know that can be quite a thing of ours, especially with a 9-hole hitter here.
Absolutely, Garrison. 0-1 count, throw back to first base. And I believe that's Gavin Kanak now running at first base for Connor Dillard. So he may re-enter the game or stay in the game because Dillard's DHing for him. So the curveball thrown in for strike 2 against Javi Gonzalez. That stayed kind of high. Gonzalez didn't look like that. He looked over at the umpires like, that was a little high there, buddy. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner at first. Zuniga Rodriguez on the mound. Checks his runner. Pitch on the way, breaking pitch. It stays high. That one stayed high this time. So 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Bit of a weird observation. Quite a few good things have happened to the Panthers on 2 strikes. You know, whether we just can't hit those first 2 pitches or we're just really good at the third. Regardless.
Gonzalez has got those 2 strikes, and the pitch is on the way, and he swung, and he taps it over, gets past the pitcher running the shortstop with a running throw over to first, gets Gonzalez. Gonzalez moves the run over to second base.
Regardless, that does a job of moving the runner over into scoring position with Bobby Peterson up our leadoff, and hopefully get another run here scored.
So Kanak gets his way over to second base. Panthers have a runner in scoring position, like you said, and Bobby Peterson, the leadoff hitter at the plate. Bobby Peterson has lined out, and he's flied out. Good opportunity for him to get back in this game here and help the Panthers out. So runner at second. Zuniga Rodriguez on the mound, pitches on the way, and hits outside and gets away from the catcher. Kanak's going to get at second base on third base, on the wild pitch. So the Panthers now with a runner at third off the wild pitch. That's the first really bad throw that Zuniga Rodriguez has had so far today. Into the dirt, got away from the catcher. So Peterson at the plate with a 1-0 pitch. 2 outs. Zuniga Rodriguez now throwing from the windup. Pitches on the way. Ball's hit well to right field. Runner's going back, and it's going to be gone. Well hit ball by Bobby Peterson goes over the right center field wall for a 2-run RBI shot. Good piece of hitting by Bobby Peterson to get that ball. That ball just carried and got out there in a hurry. So the Panthers score 2 with 2 outs. Get this game within 1. Our score now 4-3.
You know, everything kind of really lined up with Bobby Peterson. He had a really beautiful line drive hit to the opposite side of the field in the gap, and the wind just kind of shifted in that direction, and I think it hit just on top of the yellow fence is just enough.
Right, Garrison. A while ago, the wind was coming in straight from center field. Now it's blowing from left field to right field. Helped push that ball to right center field, the opposite field home run. Next ball grounded over to shortstop. Shortstop feels it, throws it over to first base, and that'll be out number 3. Salzgalton Gutierrez with a ground out to shortstop to end the inning for the Panthers. So Panthers down by 1. Our score 4-3, and we'll go to the bottom of the 4th after these messages from our sponsors.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Welcome back to Panther Baseball. Got some changes on the defensive side for the Panthers. Number 18, Dalton Gutierrez will go to the mound. Javi Gonzalez will go from the pitcher's mound to second base. It looks like, let's see here. See if we have a short. They're all huddled up at pitcher's mound right now, so when they break out of the huddle, try to figure out what's happening here.
Number 6 at shortstop.
Yeah, 6 stays at shortstop, which is Manny Ramirez. I think that's our change. It's just so in left field.
Left field, I believe, is whoever was at second base before.
Yes, Tanner Garst went to left field. So Gutierrez at the mound now for the Panthers. Number 18. He's going to start out pitching from the stretch. First pitch on the way, and it's going to stay just a tad bit outside. And that's the third baseman, number 3, Nate Gomez at the plate. Gomez is flied out and also had a base hit batting from the left-hander side. Gutierrez throwing from the stretch. First pitch. Second pitch is a swing and a miss. Good fastball by Gutierrez. So Garst is going to be in left. Gonzalez from pitcher goes to second base, and Gutierrez moves from left to pitcher's mound. So a big triangle move there for the Panthers. Next pitch by Gutierrez is a little breaking ball that stays outside. Looks like almost like a slider. Has a little bit of movement, but not a whole lot like a breaking ball. So the count, 2 balls, 1 strike on Gomez. Next pitch on the way, stays high. 3 balls, 1 strike. Gutierrez pitching from the stretch. Pitch is on the way. It's another swing and a miss. A lot of velocity on that pitch compared to Gonzalez. It just may seem that way, but it seemed like it's quite a bit faster. So full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes on Gomez. Pitch on the way from Gutierrez. And it's a swing. It's a little fly ball that gets over the shortstop. Another little Texas leaguer for the Dragons. Rolls into center field. Ball gets fielded by Peterson and brought back into second base. So Gomez reaches first, and Gomez looks injured now. I don't know if he tripped on the base or what, but he's laying on the ground over at first base. So we'll have a stop and play here. Gutierrez was doing a good job there, throwing really good pitches, and Gomez kind of fisted that ball off the handle of the bat and went over, just barely trickled over shortstop, rolled out into left center, and somehow or another, as he was getting to around first base or so, he may have hurt himself, and he's on the ground now. So it's a third injury we've had so far. Another stoppage in play. So the Panthers huddled up at pitcher's mound, going over some defensive strategy, I would assume. Trainers and coaches checking on Gomez over at first base. Next up for the Dragons is number 9, the designated hitter, Adrian Castillo. He's walked the first time up to bat and struck out the second time up to bat. It looks like Gomez is going to get up on his feet here. Don't know if he's going to stay in the game. He's going to try to walk around and see if he's able to stay in the game. It looks like he will. Looks like he's checked out, going to be okay, and he's going to stay in the game. They'll get things going here again. You know, we've got a decent crowd here at the field for a matinee game. I would say that the stands are probably 3/4 full. A lot of people playing hooky today. I'm one of them. So Adrian Castillo steps to the plate. Right-handed batter. Dragons with a runner at first. Nobody out. Gutierrez gets his signs. Throwing from the stretch. Pitches on the way. And it's a bunt that's foul. So Garrison Dragons trying to do the small ball thing.
Fortunately, it's not working out too well for them.
Exactly.
I think they have one successful bunt down.
They have one successful bunt.
But they have probably about 1 for 6 on the odds right now for getting a bunt down.
Castillo looking back at the third base coach, getting his signs again. Runner at first. 1 strike. Gutierrez from the stretch. Pitch on the way, and it's a attempted bunt again, but he does not. He squares around but pulls back, so it's a called strike. So 0-2. So the bunt thing not working again. No balls, 2 strikes, runner at first. Gutierrez checking his runner, going to throw from the stretch. Pitch on the way, stays high. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kind of threw that one out of the strike zone just a little bit, hoping that he would fish for it, but no takers. Long signal count by the third base coach for the Dragons. Castillo steps back in. Gutierrez gets his signs, checks his runner at first. Pitch on the way, and it's lined towards left field. It's just going to go foul. Just foul down the left field line, maybe about 18 inches. That would have really hurt.
That was just a really well-ripped ball. It was landed right on the left side of the line. You know, if that would have been just a tad bit on the right side and would have been fair, and that would have gone all the way in the corner.
That would have scored 2 runs. I'm sorry, would have scored 1 run.
May have left the batter on third base, depending how fast he is.
So they'll do it all over again. Castillo steps back in. Runner at first. Gutierrez is going to check his signs again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way. Line back to left field, and this time it stays fair. Ball is fielded by Garce. Garce gets it back in. The runner does hold at second base, so the Dragons with runners at first and second with nobody out. That was a little bit lazier fly ball or line ball than the previous swing. So they able for the runner just to hold up at second and able to get to third. So Dragons will bring up number 24, the first baseman, Troy Bowers, who's flied out and struck out. So runners at first and second now, nobody out. We are in the bottom of the 4th. Gutierrez with the pitch. Square around the bunt. Pulls the bat back. Ball 1. That one must have been just a bit low. The Dragons continue to attempt the small ball game. Castillo, Bowers gets the signs from the umpire. From his coach. Gutierrez going to throw from the stretch, checking his runner at second. Batter scores around bunts it over back to shortstop. Shortstop fields. The pitcher fields the ball, throws it to first base to get the out and the sacrifice.
First out for the inning for the Panthers. However, moves runners to second and third. Finally able to get that bunt down and works really well. He put a really nice placement between pitcher and first base. You know, takes a sacrifice right there to put 2 runners in scoring position for number 11 coming at the bat.
Yeah, and that's the catcher, Elijah Mccully. He gets his signals from the coach again. I wouldn't surprise me. They square around again. They've been doing that with runners at third base. So 1 out now with the sacrifice. Gutierrez on the mound, gets his signs from the catcher. Checks his runner over at third now. Little breaking ball stays inside. Oh, they called it a strike 1, right?
Yeah, they called
strike
it.
1.
Not sure if I would have called it strike 1, but I mean.
We'll take it.
Nonetheless, a 1 count.
Mccully steps back in with an 0-1 count. Pitch on the way from Gutierrez. Fly ball to center field. It's between its wind is taking it towards the right field. Peterson calls off the right fielder, catches the ball in the air. Runner tags up at third. Throw by Peterson is going to be cut off by the first baseman. So the sacrifice fly by Mccully will get another runner in for the Dragons. That'll increase their lead back to 2. So our score now 5-3 in favor of the Dragons. Panthers now have 2 outs with a runner at third.
Really good job by the catcher, knowing his role there and doing a job. He wanted to put that ball as far out there as he possibly could to get that runner and score in the second base to third. So even though that's an out there, really good play by Peterson there. He covered a lot of ground.
Yeah, he covered a lot of ground. So they'll bring up the second baseman, number 22, Romeo Castillo. First pitch by Gutierrez is high for ball 1. So ground out in their fielder's choice by Castillo. So far. Gutierrez from the stretch with the runner at third. Pitch on the way to the lefty. Swung on and fouled back. That'll even the count at 1-1. Batter steps back in, left-handed batter. Gutierrez from the stretch. Pitch on the way. Just a little bit low. Count will go to 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. We were in the bottom of the 4th inning. Gutierrez with the pitch. Oh, and just stayed low. Good looking pitch, but just stayed low. Count now, 3 balls, 1 strike. Dragons still with a runner at third. 2 down. Gutierrez with the pitch. Fouled off to the left side. Count will go to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at third. Gutierrez getting his signal from the catcher. Pitch on the way, outside corner, swing and a miss. Strikeout by Castillo, and Gutierrez gets the Panthers out of the inning with a strikeout. So we'll close out inning number 4. We'll take a break for some messages from our sponsors, and we'll come back for the top of the 5th. Panther baseball will continue after these messages.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations. Bush's Chicken, one of the oldest locations in Castroville, is proud to serve the Medina Valley area. Bush's Chicken has one goal: be the best. Bush's Chicken knows its success comes from loyal customers in the communities they serve. Stop by Bush's Chicken on Tuesday and get the Tender Tuesday deal, or try their buffalo fries and ask about their Panther special. It's always a hit. Bush's Chicken, 935 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call them at 830-538-2800.
Welcome back to Panther Baseball, sponsored by Medina Electric and North Park Chevrolet. They're our title sponsors for Panther Baseball. Panthers going to the top of the 5th. They will send Whit Joyce, number 10, the catcher, to the plate. Down by 2, 5-3. Joyce steps in. Zuniga Rodriguez still on the mound for the Dragons. First pitch is a breaking ball that stays outside for ball 1. Joyce so far with a strikeout and a walk. Getting ready for the next pitch, and it's on its way, and it's going to stay low for ball 2. So Joyce with a hitter's count.
Joyce definitely one of the best bats on this team. He hasn't had quite found one he could take a rip at just yet.
Let's see what happens here on the next pitch, and it goes right down the middle for strike number 1. So we'll go to a 1-1 count. I'm sorry, 2-1 count. Next pitch on the way from Zuniga Rodriguez to Joyce, and it's a breaking pitch that stays outside. Gets away from the catcher. 3-1 count. Joyce digs in. Zuniga Rodriguez pitching from the windup. Pitch is on the way. Swung on and foul tipped. That'll bring the count to full.
It's a little too high for Joyce there. He nicked it. He just took a hack at that ball right there.
Yeah, he did. He took a rip at that pitch. Pitch on the way to Joyce. Swung on up the middle. Gets past the second baseman. Gets out to center field. Center fielder bobbles the ball. Joyce is going to try to take second base. Throw is on the way. Head dive into second base. Safely there.
Great job by Joyce. He just barely tapped that ball, and that was a hard line shot to the right center gap. Did a great job and got a double out of it.
And it's be scored as a base hit with an error on the center fielder who bobbled that ball trying to make the throw. Nevertheless, Joyce is safely on second base as the leadoff batter of the top of the 5th inning. So a runner in scoring position for the Panthers, and it'll bring up to bat the third baseman, number 4, Aaron Toundry, has also been a big stick for the Panthers tonight, but so far he's struck out and he's flied out. So hopefully he can turn things around as Joyce did at this time at bat. So timeout by the Dragons. They're going to go to the mound, and the coach is going to come in. They're going to talk to him, I guess, go over strategy. I do see somebody warming up in the Dragons bullpen. So he may be buying some time. I don't know how many innings that Zuniga Rodriguez is good for, but he is definitely thrown 4 complete as we're in the top of the 5th now.
Definitely doing a great job. It just comes down, pitch count and whether you're going to use them next game or not. Because I believe both teams have a next game Friday.
Yes. So the timeout is broken up there on the mound. Aaron Toundry steps back into the right-hander's batter's box. Zuniga Rodriguez will be getting signs and pitching from the stretch with a runner at second base with nobody out. Pitch on the way to Toundry. Swung on. Fly ball to right field. Ball is tailing foul and will be out of play.
Toundry's just one of those hitters, fly ball to right field just might go over the fence. He's one of the strongest on the team,
Yep.
Probably second only to Joyce, and so if he gets a hold of that ball, he could easily go out here.
Well, other than the home run today by Peterson, Toundry has the other home run for the Panthers. Steps back in, pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Big swing by Toundry.
He wanted a piece of that ball right there.
He's down real quick, 0-2. Catcher calls timeout. He's going to walk off the mound to talk to Zuniga Rodriguez. With an 0-2 count, Toundry needs to just sit back and just wait for something to just make contact here and get that ball on the ground. Try to force the defenders to earn the out. Don't try any big swing here because you may get an off-speed pitch. Pitch on the way, and it's a breaking pitch. Fly it out to right field. Right fielder's going to come up. He's going to start hustling. He stops. Catches the ball on the fly. That ball kind of played with him a little bit. He got almost turned in circles trying to catch that ball because of the wind. But there's no tag up at second, so Toundry flies out to right field.
I know there are a couple calls from stands wanting Joyce to run there, but I think that's way too close to the infield,
Yeah,
and there's no need to waste a run right now when you're down.
It was a shallow fly ball. So Joyce still at second base, and that'll bring up to bat the new left fielder, which is Tanner Garst, who moved from second base. Garst takes ball 1 outside. Garst so far, the first time at the bat, he had a single. Second time he's walked, so he's done well for the Panthers today. Joyce with a good lead over at second base. Pitch on the way. Swung on and fouled straight back. So Garst now with a 1-1 count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. We are in the top of the 5th. Panthers have a runner at second. Garst awaiting the pitch. It's on the way. Swung on and foul tipped. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Foul ball comes back in. Gets replaced with a fresh ball out to Zuniga Rodriguez. Rodriguez steps back on the mound. Garst digs in. Pitch on the way. Oh, it's a curveball that's outside. That's called strike 3. Not many people happy with that call. Unless you're a Dragon fan, I guess. So called strike 3 for Tanner Garst. I wouldn't have swung at that one either, to be honest with you. So the Panthers now with 2 outs, runner at second, and the first baseman, Jake Herb, will come up to bat. Jake Herb with a double and a strikeout so far. Coach Herb is going to, with 2 outs, he's going to pull his catcher off second base and get a pinch runner. And that'll be Neighbors back into the game as pinch running. Garrett Neighbors will run over to second base, will run for with Joyce. Neighbors takes his lead. Herb at the plate. Pitch on the way. It's a breaking pitch. Slides in there for strike number 1. So 0-1. First pitch curveball for Zuniga Rodriguez. A lot of confidence when you start throwing the first pitch curveball and getting it for a strike. Next pitch on the way. It's another breaking pitch swung on the miss by Herb. So real quick, Jake Herb 0-2 in the count. Neighbor sitting at second base in scoring position. Just need a base hit here. Neighbors with a big lead over at second. Pitch on the way. Fly ball out to left field. Swung on by Jake Herb. Left fielder backing up, backing up. Now he's coming up. The ball drops right in front of him. The sun had a lot to do with that, I promise you, because he backed up, he lost the ball, then started coming up, and he couldn't find it, and it fell right at his feet. He's wearing sunglasses, didn't help him too much. Either way, Jake Herb is going to get a base hit out of that, and we will score a run. So the Panthers get that run across. It was a high pop-up is what it was. It wasn't very deep. Panthers get a run. Jake Herb gets a hit, exactly what the doctor ordered here. And that'll bring to the plate the shortstop, Manny Ramirez. Ramirez so far with a walk and a strikeout. First pitch on the way to him is going to be a breaking pitch that falls in there for strike 1.
You know, quite frankly, I think that fly ball was right to him, and even though the sun's in his eyes, you know, the sun's one of those constants in baseball you just have to learn to play with. That dropped right in front of his feet, and it worked out well for the Panthers.
So 0-1 on Ramirez. Next pitch on the way. It's another breaking pitch. He foul tips that one off, so it'll go 0-2 now. Yeah, the ball, it was a high fly ball. It wasn't deep, but the left fielder just lost it. And here playing this midday matinee game, the sun is straight overhead. So when a high pop-up like that, you can lose it very easily. Ramirez, next pitch on the way, is going to stay outside. So it'll be his first ball of this at bat. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second again. Herb able to get to second base on that. Herb with a big lead over at second base. Pitch on the way to Ramirez. Low. Ball 2. Evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and we have 2 outs. Panthers down by 1. Score now is 5-4 in favor of the Dragons. Wind blowing in from center field now. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball. Swung and a miss. But must have just barely foul tipped it because it got away from the catcher. The umpire called foul tip. So Ramirez got lucky with that one, just getting a piece of it to stay alive. So we'll keep it the same. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Zuniga Rodriguez getting his signals, checking the runner over at second. Pitch is on the way. It's a breaking pitch that stays high, so the go to count will go to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes for Ramirez.
You know, as this game starts to get in the later half of the innings, you know, you really want to try and capitalize on this run right here because, you know, it's only a 1-run lead right now.
Yep. Ramirez calls timeout. Zuniga Rodriguez took a long time with his signals right there, so Ramirez did the smart thing, called timeout, reset everything, steps back in. Rodriguez getting his signals again. Pitch on the way. Stays high for ball 4. So Manny Ramirez with a good job at the plate, earning that walk.
Really good eye by not swinging at that high one. Really disciplined at the plate, too. You know, did a job there for your team with 2 outs. It's a lot of stress, and he did good right there.
Coach for the Dragons will call timeout, and they're going to do a pitching change. He asked for the ball. Zuniga Rodriguez, JP, doing a really good job at the mound for the Dragons. He's going to stay in the game, I believe, and it looks like number 16. I believe that's number 16, Brandon Castilleja will come in.
You know, all credit to Zuniga here. He pitched a really good game. You know, a lot of good pitches. It's just getting to that point in the game where you need to switch, and Panthers got a bit of momentum here, so you really want to try and switch pitchers, you know, try and stop that so you stay ahead of this game.
So Castilleja comes in, And it looks like, I'm not sure, someone came out off the field, and I want to say it may have been the second baseman, but I'm not sure. We'll figure that out. I'll tell you what, we'll take a commercial timeout right here, and we'll come back for the conclusion of this top of the fifth inning after this message.
Texas, 268,000 square miles and then some. Twice as much elbow room as California. There's just no place like Texas. And you can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Call State Farm agent Hazel Russell in Castroville at 830-931-3441.
Welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet Medina Electric broadcast of Panther baseball. We are in the top of the fifth inning. Panthers have wiggled their way back into this game, now down by 1, 5-4. Dragons have just done a pitching change. J.P. Zuniga Rodriguez has exited the game, and Brandon Castilleja will come in off the bench and will go to the mound. So actually, Zuniga Rodriguez will stay on. I think he's going to go to shortstop, and the existing shortstop, which is Trey Cano, will come out. So Cano comes out, Castilleja comes in, Zuniga Rodriguez moves over to shortstop. So the Panthers have runners at first and second with 2 outs. And Gavin Kanak, I said Garrett earlier, that's his brother. Gavin Kanak will step to the plate. He was playing right field the whole time, but he had a DH for him, but he will now be batting for himself. First pitch to him is a curveball that stays high. So apologies to the Canucks for saying Garrett, his older brother.
To be fair, I believe that is the same bat Garrett used. So
it is. It looks like it. His older brother played a couple years ago. So Kanak takes ball 2. So far, smart at bat for Kanak, laying off the pitches that are not there. Panthers have runners at first and second. We have 2 outs. They're down by 1. Castilleja has entered the game on the mound for the Dragons. So far, 2 balls. Pitch is on the way, and it's going to be low, and it gets away from the catcher. Runners will move up on the wild pitch. So Herb will go to third.
I believe it's a 3-0 count. This is the hardest pitch to take as a batter with runners in scoring position. But
yeah, 2 runners in scoring position. Ramirez at second, Herb at third. Kanak at the plate with the 3-0 count. He should be watching this one go by. So the next pitch is going to stay outside. Oh, he called it a strike. Kanak was ready to throw that bat to the dugout, and that outside pitch was called a strike. Must have just got a piece of the corner. So 3-1 count, 2 outs. Runners at second and third. Gavin Kanak at the plate. The 3-1 pitch is on the way, and that one is high. I had to pause a little bit because it was just a little bit high, and I thought he was going to call it a strike, but he didn't. So the bases are loaded now. So Kanak at first, Ramirez at second, Herb at third, and Coach Herb is talking to Javi Gonzalez, who's at the plate again in the situation where he can score some runs. So Javi Gonzalez, who is playing either shortstop or second right now. I forgot.
I believe he's playing second base.
He's at the plate with 2 outs. First pitch is on the way. And he takes strike 1 on the inside corner.
Definitely for the Panthers right here, you want to make sure and not do anything too stupid right here. You don't want to get picked off any base, swing any bad pitches, because you have an opportunity to really take a lead in this game.
Good opportunity for Gonzalez, correct. 0-1 count with 2 outs. Next pitch is on the way. It's a breaking pitch. It stays. Oh, he called it strike 2. So no pitch. You could tell those are breaking ball. He really reached into his glove to grip it. I knew it was going to be a breaking pitch. So 0-2 pitch to Gonzalez with 2 outs. Bases loaded. Pitch is on the way from the windup. It's another breaking ball. Pops straight back out, and it goes out of play. So fouled straight back. So Gonzalez stays alive with 2 strikes.
Good job by Gonzalez. With runners on every base and 2 outs, you would at least want to put it in play. You don't want to strike out and leave 3 batters on base.
Gonzalez so far with a ground out to shortstop and a called strikeout. So the 0-2 pitch with 2 outs on the way. Ball is hit well to left field. Center fielder's drifting back but catches the ball on the fly, and the Panthers leave him loaded. So a fly out to center field for Javi Gonzalez will end the inning with bases loaded. It's a good opportunity for the Panthers to get a bunch of runs, unable to do that. However, they are only down by 1, 5-4. That's going to lead us going to the bottom of the 5th, so we'll take a break and we'll come back. Panther Base will return after these messages.
Nobody can design, create, or maintain your lawn better than 3D Landscaping and Irrigation. With over 17 years of experience, owner Ray Doyen and his crew take pride in their craftsmanship and service. They're fully insured, offer free estimates, and multiple references, so you know you're getting the best. 3D does landscaping, lawn maintenance, irrigation, tree installation, lighting, and more. Whether it's residential or commercial, 3D Landscaping and Irrigation has you covered. Give 3D a call at 830-985-9115 or find us online at threedlandscaping.com.
The Medina Valley Sports Boosters are proud to support the Medina Valley Panthers. The Boosters are always looking for volunteers and new members. The MVP Boosters raise funds to support the MVISD sports and scholarship programs. Get your Panther swag at the football store located next to the concession stand. We have several items on sale. Join, volunteer, or purchase your Panther swag today at mvpboosters.com.
Welcome back to Panther Baseball, sponsored Medina Electric and North Park Chevrolet. We are going to the bottom of the 5th. Panthers happen to scratch 1 run there, top of the 5th, down by 1, 5-4. Dalton Gutierrez still at the mound for the Panthers, going to go to work for his 2nd inning, and that'll bring to the plate number 10, the right fielder, Nathan Fallon. Nathan Fallon with a fly out and a fielder's choice, also with a stolen base. Gutierrez with the first pitch, right down the middle for a strike. So 0-1 count on Fallon. Next pitch on the way by Gutierrez, and it stays inside for ball 1. So 1-1 count. First batter for the bottom of the 5th here for the Dragons. Gutierrez pitching from the stretch. Next pitch is high. 2-1. Nobody in either bullpen working out so far, so they're going to go with the pitchers they have right now. Gutierrez with the next pitch, and that's going to be high and outside. So 3-1 count on Fallon. Fallon steps back in. Gutierrez with a pitch outside. Ball 4. Just a little bit outside. Panther faithful not happy with that call, but I think it was a tad outside for ball 4. So the Dragons will have their leadoff batter for the inning on first base, and that'll bring up to bat the shorts. Trey Cano, is that right? Cano's up to bat for the Dragons. First pitch by Gutierrez stays high. So 1-0. I thought Cano had stepped out when the pitching changed, but apparently he didn't. Unless he's DHing now. Not sure how that's working out. Gutierrez with the throw to first base, a check on the runner, but it's not in time. So 1-0 count on Cano. Big lead over at first. Next pitch is right down the middle for strike one, so that'll even the count at 1-1.
Gutierrez finally found the strike zone. It seemed like he'd be struggling a bit with this umpire.
He hasn't gotten the benefit of some of the calls. With a runner at first, 1-1 count. Gutierrez with the pitch, and it's a drag bunt, looks like, and it's fouled off to the right side. A real late bunt. Looked like he was bunting for a hit versus a sacrifice bunt there with a runner on first. So again, the Dragons attempting the small ball, unable to get the ball between the lines though.
However, when at times it has worked, it seems to work out quite in the favor of the Dragons.
Yes. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gutierrez with the pitch, and it's fouled. Back off foul. So we'll do it all over again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner stays at first. Cano steps back in there. Pitch by Gutierrez is fouled straight back again. Flan over at first base with a moderate lead. Bunch of signals again by the third base coach. Cano steps back in. Gutierrez gets his signals from the catcher. Pitch on the way, swung on. That goes back to the right side. It's going to fall in for a base hit in right field. Fielded by Kanak. Kanak throws to second base. Runner's going to try to take third. The throw comes in. It's going to be late. So a nice piece of hitting by Cano there. He got a base hit. Everything he swung out went to the right side, and even on this one, he hit it out towards right field. So Dragons with the runners up first and third with nobody out. And that'll bring up to the plate the left fielder, J.J. Gonzalez. Gonzalez has had 2 hits so far for the Dragons. So nobody out, runners at first and third. Left-handed batter for the Dragons, swung on and missed. Gutierrez throwing the heater there. Gonzalez steps out for the coach to give the signals with the runners at first and third and nobody out. Either do double steal or a bunt situation, all kinds of things can happen. So Panthers need to be on their toes defensively here. Gutierrez signals. Throws on the way, steal to second base, a fake throw by Witt over to second base to check the runner at third. Third base runner's not going anywhere. So the catcher's indifference on the play, not necessarily a steal. Runners at second and third. No balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Gonzalez at the plate. Pitched by Gutierrez is swung on. It's going to be a base hit up the middle. 1 run's going to score. Catcher bobbles, the center fielder bobbles the ball, but the runner at third holds up. Cutoff was stopped by Herb. Herb fielded got the cutoff and looked over at third. The runner had held up. So with the Dragons with no outs, hold the runner up at third, which is probably a smart play. So they'll end up with runners at first and third again with number 5, J.P. Zuniga, up to bat.
You know, except for Peterson's, home run in the 4th inning or so, this entire game has been dominated by small ball, whether it's bunts by the Southwest side or just Texas Leaguers on both sides. These really simple base hits have been the determining factor in this game.
Well, J.J. Gonzalez is 3 for 3 at the number 9 spot for the Dragons, so he's had a good day. First pitch by Gutierrez to Zuniga Rodriguez is a strike, call strike. 0-1 with nobody out. Again, Dragons with runners at first and third. They scored a run, so the score now is 6-4. Runner going. Choice fakes the throw again. Runner does not move at third base. So again, with the Dragons, runners in scoring position at second and third with nobody out. Exactly what they wanted. And they have their leadoff hitter, J.P. Zuniga Rodriguez, at the plate. Pitch by Gutierrez. Ball's hit out to the gap between right and center. It's going to hit the ground. It's going to one hop to the fence. One run is going to score. 2 runs is going to score. Zuniga Rodriguez is going to head slide into third base for a stand-up triple.
Dragons kind of make me eat my words right here. That was a very well-hit ball in the right center gap. I don't even think you could really catch that unless you're playing right at the gap fence.
Yeah,
right
that was a perfect placed ball in the gap, and it one hopped the fence. And with the runners in scoring position, 2 runners in scoring position, and that was set up perfectly by the double steal attempt. Runners at first and third, steal them over to second base on the no throw, so you have them set up perfect at second and third. Coach Herb calls a timeout here. He's going to go talk to. Actually, he's going to do a pitching change. So Gutierrez will come out of the game.
Number 16, I believe.
And let's see here. Who is coming in? I don't quite get the number yet. I'm not familiar with the players yet after a few games. This is our first game broadcasting Panther baseball. Looks like number 19. Looks like Kristen Colon is coming in.
I believe, I don't know the batter's name, but I believe that's 4 for 4 in the day in the 9-hole. Great job on his end. Stepped up when the team really needed to with 2 runners at scoring position.
No, that was Jay. So their number 9 hitter was already 3 for 3, Garrison. That was the leadoff batter who got the triple, J.P. Zuniga. He's had a 2 for 4 game, so he's had a good game too.
Southwest players definitely stepping up when they're called upon, whether that's getting big hits with runners in scoring positions or just putting the ball in play when need to be with bunts.
Yes. So that's number 19, Kristen Colon, coming in for the game for the Panthers to pitch. And he will take the spot. Let's see how we got things.
Maybe it's been a clean swap with Gutierrez.
Yeah, he will bat in the number 2 hole. Thomas Pardo was originally in that spot, and Dalton Gutierrez took his spot, and he went into pitch, so he's out of the game now. He goes to the bench. And number 19, Kristen Colon, will come off the bench onto the mound. So he's taking his warm-up throws. So the situation here is Southwest now has 8 runs versus Medina Valley's 4. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning. And we're ready to get things started up again. Colon is already taking his warm-up pitches. Right-handed pitcher. And he will go up against the third baseman, Nate Gamez.
I don't think Gutierrez was necessarily doing that bad of a job there. He was getting hit, and you got a lot of baseball left in this game, so you want to switch him out, try and get a new look on the mound.
Gamez at the plate with the base hit so far, standing from the right-hander's batter's box. The first pitch by Colon is a curveball that stays outside. Runner at third base, which is J.P. Zuniga Rodriguez, takes his lead. The next pitch by Colon stays outside. The count is now 2-0 on Gamez. Next pitch on the way, and it stays outside. So it's like 3 straight outside pitches, so the count will go now 3-0, and I would think he'd be taken here. Next pitch by Colon is on the way, and it's in there for a strike. So 3-1 count with nobody out. I wouldn't be surprised if he's taken here again. Pitch on the way. And that's going to be outside for a ball. That's going to be called a strike. Must hit the outside corner. The batter was already going down the first base line. Thought it was ball 4. So it's full count now for Colon. His next pitch on the way. Looks like it's a breaking pitch, and it's grounded over to first base. First baseman Herb touches first base, throws back over to home. The tag is late. And the Dragons will score another run. Good play by Jake Herb. Almost had the double play there. Fielded the ground ball, touched first base, threw to home. The throw was right where it needed to be. It was just a hair late. So the Panthers get one out. Dragons, however, get another run. Our score is now 9-4, and that'll bring up to the plate for the Dragons, number 9, Adrian Castillo. Swing and a miss by Castillo on the first pitch by Colon. I believe that was a breaking pitch. So Gomez grounds out to first base. Brings up Castillo, batting right-handed here. Colon with the next pitch on the way. It's a fastball grounded over to third base. First base thrown over by Toundry to first base for out number 2. So good play by Toundry, made it look easy. Good hard throw over to first base, and that'll be 2 outs now.
Now batting number 24, Troy Bowers.
That'll bring up the first baseman, Troy Bowers, number 24 for the Dragons. He'll line up in the right-hander's batter's box. Colon's thrown from the windup. First pitch is on the way, and it's going to be outside for ball 1. Colon from the windup, pitch is on the way, and it's a breaking pitch. It goes in there for a strike. Nice little breaking ball. Breaks across the plate for strike 1. Our count is now 1-1. Colon working fast from the windup. Pitch is on the way already, and it's going to be low. 1 hops to the plate. Good stop by Joyce. Colon in the windup. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Count now even at 2-2. Troy Bowers at the plate. Panthers with 2 outs. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Next pitch is just barely defensively swung on there by Bowers, and he foul tips it away just to stay in. So we'll keep it the same. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bowers with a sacrifice, a fielder's choice, and a strikeout so far. Next pitch by Colon is on the way. Ooh, it's just low and outside. That'll fill up the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch on the way from Colon. It's a breaking pitch. Grounded over to the shortstop. Unable to get to the ball. Goes under his glove and trickles out to left field for another base hit for the Dragons. So Bowers with a base hit. And that'll bring up the catcher, number 11, Elijah Mccully.
Now batting number 11, Elijah Mccully.
Dragons have a runner at first. There's 2 outs. McCulley steps to the plate, right-handed batter. Colon thrown from the stretch now. Pitch on the way, it's outside for ball 1. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Colon's pitch on the way, fouled towards the right side, and that'll go out of play over the bullpen over there. One ball, 1 strike. Run at first base. Colon getting his signals from the catcher, going to throw from the stretch. Pitch on the way, and that's going to be a line drive out to right field, fielded by Kanak. Kanak throws the ball in. They're going to cut off the throw to third base. No, they'll throw it to third, actually, away late. And that was Bowers that ran from first to third on the base hit, so the Dragons have now runners at first and third with 2 outs. So McCulley gets the base hit, so that's 2 hits in a row. And they're going to do a change for the Dragons. I think they'll pitch run for McCulley, so they'll pitch run for McCulley, the catcher. So number 22 steps to the plate now, Romeo Castillo. has gotten on the fielder's choice. He's grounded out the pitcher, and he's struck out so far. So 2 out still. Panthers still trying to get out of the inning. They're down 9-4. Runner at first base. Colon for the stretch. Pitch on the way, and it's outside. So 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch on the way from Colon. Breaking ball, grounded to shortstop. Fielded by the shortstop. Underhand toss over to second base to finally get the 3rd out of the inning. However, damage was done. Dragons score 4 runs in the bottom of the 5th. Our score now 9-4. Panthers were within 1 run there in this inning. Open the door up and let the Dragons back in the game and take a big lead now. So we'll finish inning number 5. We'll take a break and we'll come back for the top of the 6th inning. Panther baseball return after these messages.
Why buy a used car when you can buy a new car for less at North Park Chevrolet, San Antonio's highest-rated Chevrolet dealer? Get low posted pricing on the 2021 Equinox, posted at $19,999. The 2021 Traverse, posted at $28,999. The 2021 Silverado, posted at $30,999. Or get $17,000 off the all-electric Bolt. Experience Chevrolet, the North Parkway, 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville, or at npchevy.com.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet Medina Electric broadcast of Panther baseball. We are going to the top of the 6th inning. Panthers down 9-4. Let the Dragons. They were in the game up to this point, but gave the Dragons a 4 spot there at the bottom of the 5th. However, the Panthers did get 1 run in the top of the 5th. So our score now is 9-4. Panthers have a lot of work to do on these next 2 innings if they want to get a W out of this first district game here.
You know, you just got to give it credit to the Dragons. They're making contact. They're making good base hits. You know, there's not necessarily any errors committed on either side. It's just they're hitting the ball. Panthers aren't. It's that simple. And so if the Panthers want to get back in this game and try and win this one, they got to do the same. They got to do better. They just got to start hitting the ball.
Absolutely. And they'll start off with their leadoff batter. That's number 2, Bobby Peterson, the center fielder who had a home run this last time with the bat. That's really the only bright spot so far for the Panthers. We hit Bobby Peterson with a shot to right center for 2 RBIs to keep the Panthers in the game. That got them within 1. So ball 1, first pitch to Peterson. Next pitch on the way. Swung on by Peterson. That's a long fly ball to left field. Left fielder drifting back. And it's going to fall in the gap between the center fielder and left fielder. It's a good way to start it out. Bobby Peterson with a stand-up double to left center.
No, I was just about to say that, you know, Panthers haven't really been pulling the ball very well. They've all been hitting to that opposite side of the field. And Bobby Peterson, once again, maybe eat my words right there. He put a nice hard-hit ball in the left center gap. You get a runner on second.
Yeah, with a runner on second, Garrison, that'll bring up to bat number 19 for the Panthers. The pitcher, Kristen Colon, will be batting in the number 2 hole. So an opportunity to help his cause here. And Castilleja still on the mound for the Dragons. Throwing from the stretch, first pitch. Oh, lined to the first baseman. Swung on hard by Colon, but caught by the first baseman. Hard liner over there, just stuck out his glove and more of a defensive play to save himself, but went right in his glove for out number 1.
You know, I'm definitely an advocate of small ball, but right now with this deficit, you really just got to let your batter swing and try and get something going here.
Sure do.
This isn't a tight game anymore. You need to get some ball. You need to start hitting some balls and get some things going.
Right man in the right spot here. The catcher, Whit Joyce, who they've counted on for the last couple of years to get hits for him, and he'll take a breaking pitch across the plate for strike 1.
You know, that's one of the better pitches you can throw. It looked like he was going to hit Whit at first and just barely curved into the strike zone. That was quite a good pitch right there.
So Joyce steps in there. Pitcher checking the runner second. Pitch on the way. It's another breaking ball that breaks across the plate and outside for ball one. So it evens up the count at 1-1 with one out. Runner at second base. It's Bobby Peterson with the leadoff double. Colon lined out last at bat. So that brings us to Whit Joyce here. The pitch to Joyce. Another curveball. Breaks outside, gets away from the catcher. His runner's going to try to get to third. He does. That's Peterson with a lot of speed over at second base. Slides in easily to third base for the advancement on the pass ball there.
Good job by Peterson, just really being aware and, taking a risk to try and get his team back in the game. If anyone can make that steal safely, it's him. So he did a good job right there.
Yeah, if you're going to give anyone the green light on this team to run, it would be Bobby Peterson sitting there with a lot of speed. Now he's sitting at third base with Whit Joyce. Fly ball. We get a run in right here with a sacrifice. Next pitch to Joyce is going to be outside and low. 2 balls and 1 strike. I'm sorry, 3 balls and 1 strike with 1 out. Runner at third.
Joyce not getting a lot of good pitches here. If they've watched any film, they're not going to.
Been all breaking balls so far to him. Next pitch on the way. Oh, is going to be a called strike on the inside corner. Just on the inside corner, and he'll fill up the count to 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, runner on third. See if he gets anything to hit here, even with full count. Pitch is on the way, and it's a swing and a miss. It's a breaking pitch. It gets in the dirt, and he swings and misses. Catcher scoops up the ball, tags Joyce out for out number 2. That's 2 strikeouts for Whit Joyce today. Good dose of breaking pitches to him. That'll bring up number 4, the third baseman, Aaron Toundry. Aaron Toundry needs to get going here, too. First pitch on the way to Toundry. It's just inside for ball 1.
Almost caught him in the shoulder right there, really high and inside.
Some of these you may want to lean into a little bit.
This pitcher's not as afraid to throw inside as the other one was.
No, and he has been thrown inside. Next pitch, Toundry's on the way. That's inside also for ball 2. So Panthers sitting with 2 outs, 2 balls, no strikes, runner in third, and that's Peterson.
Definitely this level of pitcher throws inside. It's a very high risk, high reward kind of thing. And right now it's working out for him.
Next pitch to Toundry. It's swing and a miss. That may have been ball 3 he swung at.
Definitely in the outside high corner.
Yeah, high outside pitch that he swung at. He wanted that ball. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner at third. Castillo getting his sign in the stretch. Pitch on the way to Toundry. Swung on and fouled straight back. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And 2 outs on Toundry here. Running at third. It's still Peterson waiting at third base to get across the plate. Hope we can do it right here. Pitch on the way. It's a breaking pitch. Grounded ball to second. Between shortstop and third. It goes in there for a base hit. So Toundry does his job, gets a base hit. Kind of a dribbler. Didn't hit it that hard between shortstop and third base, but nevertheless it's a base hit, and it gets him an RBI. Peterson scores. So the Panthers picking away at the lead, and it's 9-5 now with 2 outs.
That's really what you want to do in that situation. 2 strikes, 2 outs. He just, really watched the ball, put it in play, and just did his job there, and worked out really well. Not only did he make it on base safely, but he scored a run for the Panthers, which they desperately need.
You said it correctly. He did his job. Didn't put anything too hard on it. Found a open spot between 2 defenders. Gets a run in. Throw back over to first base. Castillo checking on Toundry over there. Didn't like that base hit. Going to try to keep him close. That'll bring number 14, the second baseman, Tanner Garst, to the plate. Garst with 1 hit and 1 walk and 1 strikeout. Throw back over to Toundry again. Dragons maybe expecting the Panthers to run here. I don't think you want to be stealing too many bases with the 4-run deficit right now. Pitch on the way to Garst. Stays high for ball 1. 2 throws over to first, and finally a throw to the plate, and it's a ball. 2 out still. Runner at first base. Pitch on the way to Garst. That's going to be low. 1 hops to the catcher. So 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Have a hitter's count here. Sit back, wait for something you like. Try to get another run across. Pitch on the way, swung on, fouled back. Even up, bring the count to 2 balls, 1 strike. Castillo getting his signs from the catcher. Toundry with a big lead, throw back over to first base, gets back in time. He's really making that pitcher give him a good long look. Getting 4 steps out there.
To be fair, he's one of the taller players on the team, so he can just kind of lay down and touch the base.
Next pitch on the way, swung on, popped up on the first base side. It's heading towards the southwest dugout. Just goes foul. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We are in the top of the 6th. Panthers have scratched 1 more run, but they still need a few more to go. Tanner Garst at the plate.
Your Garst here, you just want to do your job once again. Just put it in play and, try and keep this at-bat alive.
Pitch on the way here for Garst. Swung on to right field. Right fielders hit right to him. Didn't even have to move. Line shot, out number 3. It was a good hit by Tanner Garst, but lined out to the right fielder. Left a runner stranded. Panthers do score 1. Our new score now is Southwest Dragons 9, Medina Valley Panthers 5, and we will go to the bottom of the 6th. Panther baseball return after these messages.
Nobody can design, create, or maintain your lawn better than 3D Landscaping and Irrigation. With over 17 years of experience, owner Ray Doyen and his crew take pride in their craftsmanship and service. They're fully insured, offer free estimates, and multiple references, so you know you're getting the best. 3D does landscaping, lawn maintenance, irrigation, tree installation, lighting, and more. Whether it's residential or commercial, 3D Landscaping and Irrigation has you covered. Give 3D a call at 830-985-9115 or find us online at threedlandscaping.com.
Bush's Chicken, one of the oldest locations in Castroville, is proud to serve the Medina Valley area. Bush's Chicken has one goal: be the best. Bush's Chicken knows its success comes from loyal customers in the communities they serve. Stop by Bush's Chicken on Tuesday and get the Tender Tuesday deal, or try their buffalo fries and ask about their Panther special. It's always a hit. Bush's Chicken, 935 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call them at 830-538-2800.
Welcome back to Medina Electric North Park Chevrolet broadcaster Panther baseball. We are going to the bottom of the 6th inning. Score 9-5 in favor of Southwest Dragons. Christian Colon still on the mound for the Panthers. We'll have an entry for the Dragons. Looks like number 12, Jacob Cordaway, will be going into the spot. He'll be batting for in the 7th hole for the right fielder, Nathan Falon. So Cordaway at bat, number 12, right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher for the Panthers. First pitch by Colon is on the way, and it's a breaking pitch that just stays over the head of a ducking Cordaway for ball 1.
If he would have stood up, he probably would have been able to take first on that one.
Yep. Cordaway steps back in. The pitch by Colon is on the way, and it's a swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Colon on the inside corner.
Panthers able to chip away 1 run to that lead last inning, but with only 1 more at bat to go, if you want to try and stay in this game on defense, you got to be pretty perfect here and not let anything happen.
Exactly. You got to get 3 up, 3 down, and come in. You can't chip away anymore. You got to get a bunch of runs at next inning. Next pitch by Colon is on the way, and it's going to be outside for ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike on Cordaway. Colon pitching from the windup. Next pitch on the way. Stays inside and he swings and misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Let's see if Colon comes back with a breaking ball here. Pitch on the way. High fly ball hit out to left field. Backing up the left fielder all the way to the fence, and it's caught at the warning track.
Good job by Garth, the left fielder. You know, he tracked it all the way down. He knew he was getting close to the fence. Didn't freak out at all and kept his composure and caught that. It's a really big out for the Panthers.
Yeah, he played it well. That was a well-hit ball.
Number 2, Trey.
Did exactly what was supposed to be. The outfielder stayed back, played it, caught it on the warning track for out number 1. So the shortstop, Trey Cano, up to bat now. He calls timeout. 1 out. We are in the bottom of the 6th. Colon pitching from the windup. First pitcher, Cano's on the way. And it is called strike 1. Colon back on the mound in his windup. Pitch is on the way, and it's a breaking ball that's called strike 2. A high breaking ball. Cano lets it go. 0-2 count right away. Colon working fast. Back in the windup again. His pitch is on the way, and it swung and barely tipped to stay in. So Cano stays alive with a foul tip there. Count stays the same at 0-2. 1 out. Pitch by Colon is on the way. It's a breaking pitch that stays high. One ball, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way, swung on and fouled straight back. So we'll do it all over again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Everybody reset here on the fly ball. The foul ball. Colon in the windup. Pitch on the way. Pop straight up. Joyce has a chance of this. It's going to hang around the catcher's circle there, and he catches the ball in fair territory for out number 2. So Cano flies out to the catcher.
Good job by Joyce calling everyone off on the field. He knew that it was his ball to get, and he went out and got it.
That's a tough ball to catch with the way the wind is blowing, and then it's straight up, high pop-up.
Not to mention the sun is probably right looking down
Yeah,
at him. So
absolutely.
He did a good job.
So it'll bring the number 9 hitter, number 8, J.J. Gonzalez, the left fielder, who is 3 for 3 so far today. Having an outstanding game for the Dragons. Colon with the first pitch, the left-hander. The left-hander hits the ball out of the middle for base hit number 4. So 4 for 4 for J.J. Gonzalez. Beautiful work at the plate today by the young man, by the left-handed batter.
You know, the best baseball players aren't always the ones who pitch perfect games or hit home runs every game, but it's the ones that can do stuff like that consistently, and he sure has today.
Yep, and the number 9 hitter too, so good for him. And that'll bring up the bat number 5, the top of the order, J.P. Zuniga Rodriguez, who started out the game pitching today. So we have a runner at first. 2 outs. Dragons left the bat out on the field, so they're going to have to call a timeout, get someone on the dugout to go pick it up. A little house cleaning there. Where we're getting reset. Colon will be pitching from the stretch. Gonzalez taking a small lead over at first base. Zuniga at the plate. Pitch is a breaking ball for strike 1. So no 1 count on Zuniga Rodriguez. Runner at first, 2 outs. Pitch on the way. Sharply hit ground ball towards second base. That's going to get through for another base hit. Ends up in right field. Kanak is there to scoop it up, throw to second base. Runner holds at second. So the Dragons have runners at first and second with 2 outs. So we have a force out at any base now. That's the good thing about this. And that'll bring up the bat, the number 2 spot, the third baseman, number 3, Nate Gomez. Gomez, big left-hander. Colon thrown from the stretch. First pitch on the way, and it's called strike 1 on the outside corner. So no balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Dragons have 2 on, runners at first and second. Gomez at the plate. Colon with the pitch. Flied out to center fielder. That's Peterson drifting back. Should be an easy play for Peterson. He lost it in the sun for a second. Caught it on his knees as he's falling down. Nevertheless, a great play by Peterson to find the ball again after he lost it to get the fly out.
And after the 6 innings, Dragons 9.
He flied out to center field. So we will go to the top of the 7th through our score now. 9-5 in favor of the Dragons. So we'll come back for the final inning after these messages. Panther Baseball return.
Why buy a used car when you can buy a new car for less at North Park Chevrolet, San Antonio's highest-rated Chevrolet dealer? Get low posted pricing on the 2021 Equinox, posted at $19,999. The 2021 Traverse, posted at $28,999. The 2021 Silverado, posted at $30,999. Or get $17,000 off the all-electric Bolt. Experience Chevrolet, the North Parkway, 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville, or at npchevy.com.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
All right, welcome back to Panther Baseball. We are going to the top of the 7th inning. Last opportunity for the Panthers to get back in this game. They're down 9-5. Panthers will bring to the plate for leading off this inning is number 21, the first baseman, Jake Herb. Jake Herb with a double and a base hit so far, so having a decent game. First pitch to Herb is a curveball. It stays high for ball 1.
Panthers definitely needed to do what they needed to do last inning. They got 3 outs, no runs scored. Now the bats really need to come alive if they want to have a chance of this winning this game.
Brandon Castillo still on the mound for the Dragons. Next pitch on the way. Herb is popped up. Shortstop drifting back. Left fielder coming in. Shortstop's going to call the ball, and he'll get out number 1 with a pop-up. Did he drop that ball?
I believe the term will be on the transition, but I think he did.
On the transfer, it looks like he dropped the ball. I picked it up. Everyone kind of hesitated, but they got the out.
Whether he dropped it or not, I'm not too sure, but he sold it pretty well. And regardless, Jake Herb's in the dugout now.
That'll bring up the shortstop, Manny Ramirez. Ramirez, the first pitch is a curveball, lined out to left field. Left fielder making a run for it, and he's going to catch it on the run. Beautiful play by the left fielder to catch that ball on the run towards his left.
You know,
on a full sprint towards the left, catches that ball.
After he missed that easy one in Jake Herb a couple innings ago, I'm sure that felt good to get that right there.
Well, guess who that was? That's Javi Gonzalez, who's had an awesome day at the plate here, and he has an awesome day there in the field. Diving catch there to get out number 2. So the Panthers are already down to their last out with 2 outs.
Gavin Kanak at the plate.
Kanak, first pitch is a curveball.
Little high, called a ball, I believe.
Ball 1 to Kanak. Gavin Kanak batting for himself now as he started out having a DH for him in the first couple of innings. Next pitch on the way is going to be a fastball that stays outside. That'll bring the count to 2-0.
I believe Kanak walked last inning, so we haven't really had to see what his bat can do today.
Next pitch is outside for ball 3, so he'll go to a 3-0 count, and I'm sure the Panthers will be playing safe, hoping to get a walk out of this, so he'll be watching this pitch.
I think you have to. You have to try and get runners on base so you get one good hit and try and score some.
He did walk last at bat. Next pitch is going to stay low, and he'll walk on 4 pitches. So Gavin Kanak
0 for 0
is on base for the Panthers for this top of the 7th inning. And that'll bring up a pinch hitter, and that is going to be Garrett Neighbors, number 5. Garrett Neighbors pinch hitting for Javi Gonzalez.
You know, it's 2 outs. You can still do a lot of things on 2 outs. Panthers not giving up hope yet.
So timeout on the field. Coach Herb talking to Neighbors, and the coach for Dragons come out to the mound to talk to Castilleja. Neighbors steps in with a runner at first and 2 outs. Pitch on the way to Neighbors. It's a fastball that stays outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner at first base. 2 down. Next pitch for Neighbors. On the way. Stays outside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Runner at first. That's Kanak. Kanak with a small lead over at first base, playing it safe. Pitch on the way to Neighbors. It's a breaking ball. It stays high. 3 balls, 0 strikes. Neighbors will be doing the same thing that Kanak did. Is going to hold off on ball 3 here. On the next pitch. Take one and see what happens. And that's going to just catch the outside corner. 3-1 count now on Neighbors with 2 outs. Castilleja throwing from the stretch, pitches on the way. Neighbors swings at it and fouls it straight back for strike 2 and a full count. So we have a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Kanak will be running on this pitch. Neighbors digs in. And the pitch on the way. Swung on a chopper over to third base. Third base feels it, takes 1 step, throws over to first, and that'll be out number 3. So ground out by Garrett Neighbors will do it for the Panthers, and that'll be a final score. And we'll just leave it here, Garrison. We'll close this thing out. Panthers go down by a score of 9-5. Some pluses, some bads. Big plus, Bobby Peterson having a good night, getting his first home run of the season with a double. He has a double and a home run. Other than that, there's not a whole lot. We had strikeouts here and there. We had a lot of ground outs. Not a whole lot of positives for the Panthers coming out of this game. On the other side, Dragons doing a really good job offensively and defensively. Well-rounded team right now, playing well. They take the first district game of the season.
I don't think it's much of a Panthers messed up. It's more the Dragons just played really well. There wasn't too many errors on both sides. The Dragons just had a really phenomenal offense. They had so many base hits in key moments. That's another thing is, whereas the Panthers, we left a lot of runners on base. The Dragons didn't. They got big hits when they needed to, and they just, they didn't do anything too crazy. Just it played simple. Played some small ball, got a lot of base hits. They earned this game, and there's no doubt about it.
Well, this is the first game of district play. They got a lot of games left. We'll go 2 rounds of district play. So this is the first game of the first round. Dragons, however, go in district play. They're 1-0 now. Panthers are 0-1. The Dragons are now 9-4-1 overall, and the Panthers go into the negative territory. They are 5-6 now overall. So a lot of work to do for the Panthers. However, there's still a lot of time to do it. On the schedule, we have a game Friday again. We talked about Friday at 1 o'clock. It is at Medina Valley, and they'll be playing McCullum High School. I don't think we'll be broadcasting that game, but following that game, we will go to a Tuesday-Friday schedule, which we should be broadcasting most of the games. So every Tuesday and Friday, I'm just kind of glancing at the schedule now. So for both for the rest of the season, which is, I believe it's all district games from here on out. So with that, I'm Dwayne Garza for Garrison Garza. We'd like to thank you for tuning in. We've got a lot of games we're going to cover, and we'll be coming to you live for the rest of the season, and we'll also be coming to you live for softball. Softball girls are doing a really, really good job right now. playing some good softball. So tune in to MVBN2 and the Medina Valley Broadcast Network for both boys and girls athletics. So for Garrison Garza, I'm Dwayne Garza. God bless, and we'll see you next time.